Ṣebí
ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká délé.
wọ́n fẹ́ relé Nàìjíríà ti tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn.
Bájọ́ bájúmọ́ á ń padà sílé tọ́pẹ́ mi.
Ṣebí
ewúrẹ́ yóò ló ṣọmọ yá kọ̀ọ̀kan.
àgùntàn ní kò ní ṣe.
Àgùntàn ni wọ́n ní ṣẹ́lúwẹ̀. Ṣebí látọdún láti wà nínú Nàìjíríà yìí.
Sọ̀rọ̀ kankan mọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ kan.
Ìdẹ̀ra náà fojoojúmọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n omi ìdẹ̀ra náà fojoojúmọ́ fún wa.
Ọṣẹ ọṣẹ àsìkò ti tó ilé tó lọ òmìnira nàfẹ́ o. Ọṣẹ àsìkò ti tó ilé tó lọ òmìnira nàfẹ́ o.
Again. No going back. Ìgbòho òòṣà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ń tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa délẹ̀ lérí o lórúkọ Jésù. Yoruba Nation.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
And I welcome us back again into the program. A very good morning, good afternoon. If you're somewhere in US, it's definitely a good morning because our time is just about almost 6 o'clock in the morning. And 1:05, depending on state about the African country. Definitely, you are almost the same time with us, which is just 13 minutes past 13 minutes past the hour. My name is OLAMILEKAN, and I welcome you once again to the live transmission. This is koikimedia, and this is the platform that brings all the reasons why the Yoruba people are better off. but the Nigerian government continue to think that they are too big to listen to those that are agitating. Also those that are in Nigeria that are living below poverty as well. Moki Bubuale can say from different platforms that you join us as we settle into the conversation. I say good evening once again to those in Japan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, because different time zone láwà ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Báwa ṣe wà ní àsán níbí báyìí, mo kí Alhaja Dada, Salamu Alaikum, Alhaja Fatima Adekola, mo kí Matthias Olugbenga. You also went on to say, well done Yoruba Nation, the only option. Well, answer no, àwọn èèyàn náà wọ́n gbọ́ ni. Akim Ayodele ní, good job my brother. Ẹ tún sọ pé Yoruba Nation no going back. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram, mo kí àìtí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lo TikTok until tí a bá rí other money, just like any other platform, you need the numbers to be able to do TikTok. So, ẹ bá fẹ́ yẹ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí TikTok, koikimedia náà ni mo jẹ́ lórí TikTok. Ẹ lọ darapọ̀ mọ́. Mo kí Yemo Ola Clothing, Fish Banger, and the 29 others. I don't take requests on Instagram. You just sit down and listen. And if it's not a platform for you, look, like I always say, the world is big. Ìtẹ́mi bá ń sọ níbí báyìí tó bá fún ìpè jágbajàgba ni mò ń sọ. It's okay. You can go to other platforms where they don't say jagbajagba. And that's the beauty of the world. You know, you go anywhere they are doing a live broadcast, Muki, Mr. Larry Lamino, Moshi, welcome Awonyo. So that by the time it's about 15 minutes of 12:30, we kickstart the program. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà yàwá Esther. Mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ náà. Mo kí bàbá tó bí mi náà, even though kò ti ṣaláìsí. Mo kí gbogbo àwa Mùsùlùmí. Mo kí àwọn Kristẹni, kò síjà láàrin wa, ìjà ẹ̀sìn kan là ń jà. Mo wá kí àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo kí bàbá wa Emeritus Adébánjí Akíntóyè at 80-something years old. Bàbá yẹn believe pé, look, tá bá pẹ́ sínú Nàìjíríà, problem ló máa jẹ́ fún wa. So we are better off to stay away from Nigeria. But àwọn bàbá wa Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ, àwọn believe pé struggle continue. Nínú headline tó wà nínú paper láàárọ̀ pé struggle continue to rescue or save them. Wọ́n ní kàn ṣerú Nàìjíríà táwọn fẹ́ nìyẹn, but the struggle continue at 95 years old. And I had a privilege, you know, kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa rí gbogbo èèyàn láyé yìí. Mo dúpẹ́ fún bàbá mi olóyè Dr. Sunday Igboho. Òun ló jẹ́ kébì náà rí àwọn èèyàn bíi mélòó àwọn èèyàn gbòógì tí ẹ̀ ń lè sọ pé bí èèyàn bá dúró pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ, ò lè sọ pé ò dúró tí èèyàn àfi tá a bá ń parọ́ fúnra wa. Wọ́n lè máa ṣe táwa fẹ́, but mo lè sọ fún yín pé in tí bàbá yẹn sọ sí èmi létí ni pé Yorùbá Nation náà ni, but in tó kọ̀ wá yà wá lẹ́nu pé àwọn bàbá yẹn ò jáde láti sọ pé Yorùbá Nation ni because àwọn nìkan ló lè sọ. Mo láǹfààní at least fún 6 months tí mo fi lọ́lé, ẹni bá wá sọ pé Ìgbòho tí ì ṣètò, bàbá Akíntóyè ṣètò, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ máa ṣe tẹ́ bá lè ṣe. Àwáwí ni gbogbo kíyàn jókòó sórí mídíà kó máa pariwo. Àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà gan mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho ó ṣe tó lè ṣe, ó dẹ̀ sì ń ṣe lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Bàbá Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ, mo kí wọn dáadáa, mo wá picture ẹ̀ máa tí wọ́n ní. Ìgbà míì máa kọ́ máa ràn tí bá ràn dímọ́ screen báyìí, mo fẹ́ píkì kankan nínú software mi ni. Picture yẹn wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀, mo mọ̀ bí ẹ máa ń delete nígbà míì ni, but ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ sáré mu nínú image. OBS ni software tí máa fi ń broadcast. Àwọn kan máa ń lo StreamYard, àwọn kan máa ń lo, ìgbà kan máa ń lo, ó dà pé mi àti Aláàfin ilé picture mi àti mo bá. Bàbá lálùbáríkà, bàbá dáadáa, Ọlọ́run. Bàbá yẹn Kóìkì, ó yá súnmọ́ mi bàbá. Wọ́n fọwọ́ lé ṣàdúrà fíìmì náà. Ìyẹn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé irú àwọn bàbá yóò ṣe bàbá. But a dúpẹ́ pé wọ́n hand over Ìgbòho fún federal government. Nǹkan mí ni àbá máa sọ léèrè léṣe pé ẹni tó máa jẹ́ kó mú Ìgbòho máa ní bàbá yìí wàláì. Mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn pátápátá, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ, mo kí gbogbo mọ̀lẹ́bí bàbá wa ikú bàbá yèyí. Èmi láǹfààní àti rí wọn, òṣìṣẹ́ méjì kan ṣẹ́ mẹ́ta tó jẹ́ pé èmi CSI bí àwa méjì kan, ó tẹ̀ dì kan wà tó jẹ́ pé bàbá wa Sheikh kí ló ń jẹ́ tó wà ní Ìbàdàn yẹn tó ní ìbejì ẹran mi ló tó orúkọ wọn. Àwọn náà wà nínú ìpàdé kan tí a jọ jókòó pẹ̀lú bàbá. you know, very very ẹ mọ̀ tíyàn bá wà níta tíyàn bá rí àwọn bàbá yìí tíyàn kàn rí wọn lórí TV bọ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó dàbí pé kíyàn súnmọ́ wọn kó rí wọn. Wọ́n ṣé wọn bá tán lè ṣe àwọn kan ní bàbá yẹn gbìyànjú kó bá Queen sọ̀rọ̀ kó tó di pé gbogbo COVID bẹ̀rẹ̀ kankan. A kì í sọ pé ọba kú a máa ń ní ọba wàjà ni mo kí US gold Akéwùgbà gold. Èmi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kí n má ní ẹ̀rí. Èyí tí bàbá yẹn sọ àwọn nǹkan míì kò ń ṣe tá a máa sọ lórí social media. And that's why they know my position in this movement. Position yẹn lè má satisfy gbogbo olù àtayébáyé láti bá yẹn. And I'm not looking for friends. Èmi kàn fẹ́ sọ tèmi ìyí tí wọ́n bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá da ìwọ mú lọ. But lẹ́ẹ̀ni a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa UK sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ any health worker kankan mọ́ láti Nàìjíríà. Kí ni ìdí? Nínú ẹ̀ náà mo tún rí KPMG a máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí job as Nigerians. I'm going to speak a lot of English in this broadcast. Mo kí Abiodun Lexi ṣàlàfíà ní grammar wa. Mo ṣe tún ká we have problem all over the world. Ìyàn kan tún ṣe send message sí mi ní sí tí mo ń kà láti Libya. Good afternoon, sir. I'm from Nigeria, but I'm living in Libya. My name is Konesestri. Please, sir, I need help for my brother. He's a doctor in Akure. Irú help mo fẹ́ fún brother tó wà l'Akure. Irú help mo fẹ́ fún. Ṣé yẹ kí doctor ní Akure máa tọrọ pé òun wá iṣẹ́ ní abroad tó bá jẹ́ pé Ondo state is functioning to the standard? I know a lot of Nigerians do not understand that the bigger is not the problem. Sometimes you could have a big country and everything is flourishing inside it. But the current state of Nigeria as it is right now, bó ṣe wà presently by kò lè work. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn young can. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí global directorate. Mo lè má kí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams. Mo sọ fún bàbá yẹn. A ní mo ní ẹ̀yin náà that was some years ago that's all. Wọ́n ní Koiki mo ti mọ Ìbà Gani Adams kí n tó pàdé Ìgbòho. Mo ti rí Bari tí mo di ọwọ́ wọn mú báyìí kí n tó rí Ìgbòho sójú. When he came to London after he became the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, ìyàwó mi máa ní mò ń pronounce dáadáa, but mo ń gbìyànjú 24 years in UK tí Yorùbá mi bá ṣe ń dà báyìí. Ẹlòmíì gan wà Nàìjíríà gan Yorùbá ẹ̀ ti lọ pátápátá ó fi dọmọ Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n fi dọmọ Britain. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lóògùn ọ̀fẹ́. Bàbá yẹn ti mọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ti ẹ lọ rántí picture kan gbà kan tó circulate bó ṣe gbẹ báyìí. In prison ni tó bá múyàn sí prison àbí tí àwọn Boko Haram bá mú ẹ wá ó máa gbẹ lẹ́sẹ̀ tó bá tóbi báyìí ó máa gbẹ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. So bàbá yẹn wọ́n rán sọ pé òun ò náà ṣe Yoruba Nation but òun ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí federal government wá attack òun. And that's why àwọn fi ọgbọ́n àgbàlagbà ṣe so that wọ́n ṣì ń bá wa bá àwọn kankan sọ̀rọ̀. As much as we want him to be in the front, Koiki, ẹ̀yẹn máa ṣe lọ wá àti Ìgbòho. We need to go into details. I spoke to him, but I got his sọ̀rọ̀ rárá for a very long time. But I'm sure pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ OPC gbà kan ṣe èmi ò bá bó bàbá rí ló dé máa bó ibà fún. Ìbà tó wá sí London kẹ́yìn tó mọ̀ mí ni mo ti mọ ibà. Tí mo tún lọ sí Àkókó ní Ondo state èèyàn mélòó ló lè ṣe gbogbo yẹn. So mo ní record tí mo lè máa fi boast anytime any day. So yẹn lẹ́nu mi ṣe máa ń dún. Mo dẹ̀ ń ṣe legal immigrant ní UK. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí wọlé Rahim Abbas mo kí Ọláyíwọlá Saheed mo kí 70 years old man. Which kind name be this on Instagram? 70 years old man. That na Buhari o. Wàláì Buhari dey go Mass B kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Mass B TV irú ọba Mass B yẹn tó wáyé pé ibi tí Nàìjíríà dá ni ẹ wo ìgbà tí Mass B ti sọ pé die all our báwo ló tẹ̀ ṣe sọ ìyọ̀njọ́ náà ìbí kan tó fi mọ́ nìyẹn ó sọ̀rọ̀ today ó jẹ́ kí 4.5 million Nigerians máa lọ sínú job market every year ó gbọ́ mi dáadáa there should be 4.5 million of you láti máa lọ sí job market. I hear you as well o ṣé kí n káwọ́ wálẹ̀ 70 years old man ẹ bá ti ní kí n káwọ́ wálẹ̀ ni máa káwọ́ wálẹ̀ wàhálà ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti comment máa gbé sókè báyìí tẹ́ máa fi parí program. I love all my fans. Àwọn kan ní kí ló ń pè kí là ń pè wọ́n ní fans fún? No. Téèyàn bá ra data láti Nàìjíríà tó wù ẹ́ kó sọ pé kò ń ṣe fans ẹ̀ bí enemy ẹ̀ ló jẹ́. Ṣé káwọ́ wálẹ̀ 70 years old man ẹ̀ dá mi lóhùn mo ṣe káwọ́ yẹn sókè o wàlá ẹ̀. Ṣé ń káwọ́ wálẹ̀ all hail Biafra respect. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Frank Abiola mo kí gbogbo sí ẹ̀yin kọ́lẹ̀ máa ní káwọ́ wálẹ̀ o ẹ̀ tó máa ní káwọ́ wálẹ̀ lórí Instagram ló wà ó dẹ̀ sì káwọ́ yẹn sókè báyìí wàlá ẹ̀. Ó ní àbàbà ó ní kí n drop ẹ̀ wàlá ẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Jẹ́ kiss ikú bàbá yèyé wàláì a lè má understand àwọn bàbá yìí lóòótọ́ fún nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ fún Nàìjíríà àwọn náà fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà kó wọ́ọ̀kì kò dá kíyàn máa lọ síwájú ilé ọba kó lọ máa tọrọ oúnjẹ èèyàn mélòó ló ń lọ tọrọ oúnjẹ níwájú ilé Buckingham Palace níwájú ilé King God bless the Queen tẹ́lẹ̀ la máa ń sọ pé God bless the Queen gbàtí Queen ti kú nísìn a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé God bless the King mo kí dáadáa mo kí àyíká wà ní Kútọ́nù wọn náà wò mí láti Kútọ́nù náà ló mọ data tẹ̀ ẹ̀ ná ó wà expensive I was in Kútọ́nù sometime ìrìn àjò mi gba Kútọ́nù nígbà kan tí views mi àti ẹ̀ ò bá lọ mọ́ forget it mo wá followers lórí social media unblock mi kò follow mi so that kó má máa rẹ́ nínú nǹkan tí bá ń sọ mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí i. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ padà mo tún kí bàbá Akíntóyè sẹ́ at 80 plus bàbá yẹn sọ pé Yorùbá country ni bàbá Fẹ́nifẹ́re sọ pé struggle continue níbo la ti ń struggle at 95 kábíyèsí Elédùmarè mo kí dáadáa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà how can we still have people saying that struggle continue at 95 mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ tí bàbá sọ fún mi níjẹ̀bú igbó tí mo ta ti lọ bá wọn. It's a privilege to sit with all these elder statesmen. It's a very, very privilege. Ẹlòmíì ò ní ráyè jókòó pẹ̀lú wọn tó máa fi jáde láyé. It's a privilege. So I have to give kudos to Igboho for making it happen. Kò dẹ̀ sípàdé náà tó bá ní kí Koiki jáde Igboho ní tí Koiki bá ti lè dìde ní bíbá ẹ forget it òun náà lọ nìyẹn. Mo kí Mr. Nurudeen. Mo kí our comfort Ológunjà. I'm just 4 minutes and then we'll go into the program. I shall settle down ni. Àti kúrò lórí Star Radio. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn media pátápátá 40 media cannot be wrong. Kò possible. Táwọn kan bá tẹ̀ ń ṣe pé kí Yorùbá Nation kó wálẹ̀, ṣé gbogbo 40 media náà wà ní? Wọ́n náà wà là ń dàrú. No problem. Lọ́kàn wọn, lójú wọn, àwa là ń dá Yorùbá Nation. Ẹ̀yin á ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ máa, ẹ̀yin máa ṣiṣẹ́ dé state tẹ máa dànù. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹni gbòòwò mọ̀ ṣe inú ẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ́ máa ṣe àwa ti gbà pé kò mọ̀ àwa gbà pé ó mọ̀ ṣe ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ ni kò mọ̀ ṣe bọ̀ tó máa ta yín lójú kú ni ó máa ta yín lójú kú ni. Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá we cannot love him less we can always love him more. Ìwọ tó lọ́bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó náà lọ́bẹ̀ mọ́ ó dẹ̀ jókòó sí abroad ìwọ náà lọ́lé kó lọ ṣe bí Ìgbòho. Mo rẹ̀ túnṣẹ̀ tó rántí ẹ̀yin gan rán mi létí mo ní ti bá ti wá sórí program ẹ̀ máa kọ́ síbẹ̀ wọ́n ní for 7 days you can't kill Ìgbòho ẹ̀ lè pa Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pa Bọ́lá Ìgè ìyá kan ló ní ká máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀ lè pa Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pa Délé Gíwá àwọn tẹ́ bá tún rántí náà kẹ́ máa kọ́ sínú comment ẹ̀ lè pa Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pa Tolúlọpẹ́ Arótilé ẹ̀ lè pa láyé you can't kill him. Morocco kẹ́ àníkàtà ìwà lọ́wọ́ Kenya Morocco lẹ́sùn ẹ̀ lè pa Ìgbòho mo kí ìyàwó Ọlásùnbọ̀ tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ. Every media has their own different style of program. Tèmi ni pé education tó jẹ́ pé àwọn etí ẹ̀ as a Nigerian wọ́n máa bèrè pé what kind of country is this? O ti graduate nísìnyí níjọ́ wo ló ti graduate ṣe oríṣẹ́? Have you got a job? Ẹ lè pa Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pa Déjọ́ Àkúrẹ́ ẹ lè pa Ìgbòho ni mo sọ. Kò possible. It cannot be killed. Torí ikú ọ̀sí lọ́wọ́ anybody. Ẹ já enjoy ilé fún 10 seconds ká tó máa wọlé ìtò lọ.
Yorùbá kan ní májà fojú kó eruku ata abẹ́ ń bẹ eruku ata tí ò sí fojú kó àbá wà gbogbo Nàìjíríà.
má fojú ko ó máa ká nígbà tí Aláàfin ikú bàbá yèyé kọ́ ló bá àpọ̀n kẹ́ wọn nígbà tá a lọ bá wọn lórí ìjókòó kan wọ́n ní federal government ní kí n mú ẹ wá níṣẹ́ pé kọ́ sẹ̀tẹ̀ up pé kọ́ gbé wá sí palace pé tó bá gbé dé palace DSS àfọ̀ mú Ìgbòho láti nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ mú Ìgbòho nínú palace kábíyèsí nídùmarè kí ni kò ti gbọ́ pé Ìgbòho was arrested ẹ wo headline yẹn kò ní ìtàn yẹn ò ní tán láyé ìtàn yẹn ò ní tán láyé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pé Ìgbòho was arrested right inside the palace of Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ wo headline yẹn bó ṣe máa jáde ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí tẹ́ ń bú Ìgbòho àwọn ọmọ Ìgbòho sí ní Nàìjíríà they are in Germany and they have prospect that wọ́n máa ríṣẹ́ ní Germany. I want to focus on the job lẹ́yìn láàárọ̀ yìí. His children are not in Nigeria. Mo kí bàbá wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ikú bàbá yèyé for playing that maturity. Ó jẹ́ gbogbo nta jọ discuss nínú meeting yẹn náà. Kò ń ṣe nǹkan, kò ń ṣe méjì, kò ń ṣe mẹ́ta, kò ń ṣe mẹ́rin. Lárí bàbá yìí. Just reason I cite you. Sanjo Beauty says CSI Babakintoye Koiki, we love you. We love you too as well. Kọ́ wá sọ pé wọ́n mú Ìgbòho nínú palace Aláàfin DSS wá arrest Ìgbòho. Bàbá yìí ní ìdí ó kàn sọ tó máa pa mí lẹ́rìn. Wọ́n náà sọ fún Buhari pé òṣàwá kan nìyẹn o. Sórí ìtẹ̀rí tó ń lọ káàkiri ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yẹn fake nìyẹn original gangan kò sínú Nàìjíríà. And that's all I can say. I don't have to go into all the other details. But like I said, it's a privilege. Baba Adebanjo say that was another privilege. You know, sitting down with these elder statesmen and you know, àwọn kan mi tó sọ gbàtẹ́mi náà délé tí mo gbọ́ àwọn kan tó sọ okay. From the point of view báwọn ṣe rí ó yàtọ̀ sí báwa ṣe rí. But what believe in Yoruba Nation? I'm talking about Baba Adebanjo. He believes in Yoruba Nation. But he's not going to say it out public. The Yoruba Nation, we can't share. I'll get his picture out. So let's come back to the program today. Wọ́n ní kò perfect. Mo kí ìyàwó Florence. Mo kí ìyàwó Ọlá Odos. Wọ́n ní Ìgbòho kàwé. But so many Nigerians don't have a job. A lot of you don't have a job. And you're not likely to get a job anytime soon, even the 8 years of the next APC government. You are not likely to get a job. It's a pity. You are not likely to get a job. And that's something that pains us, apart from partnership Yoruba Nation. How can we have a country that millions of you come out of university, or millions of you kò lọ sí university ẹ lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì nísìn owó machine tó ó fẹ́ graduate kò rówó machine ó kàn lọ́bì àǹtí ẹ̀ kan sister ẹ̀ kan kú ẹ̀ kan ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ kan pé ẹ ti ra machine fún mi mo ti graduate as a tailor ni mí ṣebí fashion designer àbí ká pọ́nra wa lé ká ní fashion designer tailor ni tailor but o lè upgrade. Gbogbo nǹkan nìyẹn lè upgrade ṣe rí bí ṣe wà báyìí nísìnyí tí bá tún fẹ́ upgrade jù báyìí lọ màá tún lọ ṣàwọn nǹkan míì bóyá màá lọ kàwé sí ni bóyá màá lọ ṣe training sí ni ìyẹn ló ń pè ní upgrade ó dẹ̀ lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní any time of your life in your lifetime as long as tó bá ṣì wà láyé kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ láti lọ sí university kò dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ láti lọ sí polytechnic wọ́n ń pe àwọn kan ní apprentice ó pọ̀ jù ní UK mo rí rẹ́rìí apprentice wàá lọ ṣe 3 years wàá lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ apprentice wàá máa tún sanwó fún ẹ. 63 years and the country cannot provide the basic standard jobs for any Nigerians as we speak today. Ẹni tó fẹ́ dá okòwò sílẹ̀ gan ó struggle ni. Ẹ wo báwọn àwọn thugs ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Thugs náà wà nílẹ̀ Igbo, wọ́n wà nílẹ̀ Hausa. You know, look at the way you are being disrespected as a human being. Is that a country that you want to continue to live with? Some of you always come and say, it's about the leadership, it's about this, it's about that. At 95, one of our leaders is still saying, struggle continue to fix Nigeria. Very good afternoon. So, we go into my camera becomes Oyeyi, then that means we're going into the back end. But before we do that, I welcome you all once again to the live transmission. UK sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ any health worker kankan mọ́ láti Nàìjíríà. Why? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló dé? Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo la tún ṣe? Is it for the good of Nigeria? Or there's something that has been done because a mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan làwọn Nigerians máa ń bàjẹ́. Any small opportunity báyìí tó bá rí báyìí wọ́n máa bàjẹ́ ni. Ádàbí àtẹ́pà wa nìkan la gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí ni tá a báyìí ti jẹ nǹkan pa. Ó dìgbà tá a bá jẹ́ pátá jẹ́run pátápátá. Ó dìgbà tá a bá jẹ́ pa. So, do you know as of yesterday we were talking about a scheme that allows people to get to UK. There's different scheme. If you have £1 million today, you become a British citizen. At least they'll give you indefinite stay. British doesn't like those that are coming to struggle. They like people that have money. But how many of you have such money is the question. How many of you have the kind of money to apply for a right to stay in any country around the world? And that is why we are saying that with the 1999 constitution, are you likely to get a job in Nigeria? With the policy of the government, are you likely to get a job in Nigeria? With the present situation of things in Nigeria, are you likely to get a job? Let's look at some of this headline briefly. UK Nigeria health workers is no longer needed. Mokembe Aziz, Mokente Milori Mixela, and I'm not going to focus on Akomakila and Imeji. Yawaola Odosni, oh yes, apprenticeship normally sponsored by the UK government for those that are unemployed. Okpobaje, apprentice, is one of the fastest way that you can get a job in this country without going to university. And it comes in different ways and different shapes. So if I go to this website now that is saying that there's a job opportunity there, you can see right there and there, it's telling me that I can become a network engineer. Mo lè change láti koikimedia into the koiki engineer láti lọ kọ́ṣẹ́. Ó possible. And I'll be earning 23,000 per annum as a full-time. It's called apprentice. Ó wà ní different stages. Dental nursing náà wà. You will pay £5.28. Ó lè lọ ṣe degree apprentice in programming, program officer. Ó lè lọ ṣe digital marketing apprentice. Ó lè lọ ṣe IT support technician apprentice. Ó lè lọ ṣe lead IT apprentice as a tutor and assessor. Ó lè lọ ṣe graduate and solicitor apprentice. I am telling a lot of you at home that the reason why they do not make Nigeria to work is so that you can remain in that abject poverty. Mokiyawa Florence. Once again, a very good morning. Sonki sọ pé according to what I heard, they say some Nigerians go, ṣì ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀, ìwọ máa wòran. Mokiyawa Yinka Adekoya. One of the Nigerian government are complaining about their health professionals coming abroad. Okay, maybe that's the reason why. You know that baby. But ṣé àwọn tó wà nílé, are they given the opportunity as doctors, nurses, midwives, cleaners, drivers? We don't want them to come to UK, definitely. But are they also being taken care of in each of our states? And I'm not talking about the whole 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Juliet Tosin, welcome to the program. Oh yes, if you have good amount of money, wallahi mo ṣeré, I don't know how much you need, but if you have certain amount of money, you can get this. You will not get the British passport, though, but you will get what they call indefinite stay, right to remain in UK if you have at least a threshold of about £1 million to invest in UK. UK ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ mọ fi tó ti ń gbówó yẹn bọ̀. Mo ti ṣe program lé lórí rí. There are so many corrupt money tó wọ UK. But kówó yẹn tó dé UK, ó ti lọ sí gbogbo different island. By the time it gets to UK, owó yẹn ti clean. But I'm talking about the average people now. I'm talking to average people, standard of living. We talked about that yesterday. What is your own standard of living? Or what do you understand by standard of
living?
Ẹ gbọ́ bó ṣe pòyìnbó yẹn síta again.
Standard of living.
Àní lecture room ní bíbà ẹ̀ tó bá ti wọ́ sí bíbà wá farabalẹ̀ wá jókòó tí bíbà ẹ̀ bá ń rẹ́ nínú lọ síbi tó ti ń ṣe porn movie lọ sí àwọn kan ṣe blogging àwọn kan ṣe crisis àwọn kan ṣe fracas but lórí platform yìí Yoruba Nation ni no going back níṣẹ́. Info say I like your program always enlightening and educating. Me too, I'm educating myself. I don't know anything o my brother. Oh hey Biafra.
Standard of living.
Again.
Standard of living.
Wetin una understand as
standard of living.
When I say
standard of living,
wetin e mean o?
Standard of living.
Say you don chop?
Standard of living.
Say you fit go hospital?
Standard of living.
Say you go out today?
Standard of living.
Say you get job?
Standard of living.
Think about so many things called standard of living. What is the standard of living in Nigeria today? Eshegon Yawa Yinka to go further. That's the way they are not even saying anything about what will happen to health professionals staying working at home. Say UK government don't think about that. That is the problem of Nigeria. UK ò need láti sọ fún Nigeria pé standard of living wa. Àwa ló yẹ ká máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ politicians wa. The politicians has the responsibility on every single Nigerian according to the fraudulent constitution where you can get
standard of living.
Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ according to Wikipedia? My name is OlamilekaN. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, koikimedia, gbogbo media. Èmi máa ń gbọ́ràn, but I'm not going to come to the stool of some people. Koiki adẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́, ẹ má nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi, ṣé mo bá yín sùn ní tẹ̀fí nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi? Ẹ lọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn family yìí. If what I'm saying is not what you want to hear, nítorí pé views wa àbí ideology wa that you think that Nigeria is going to work. Work on the UK, I see them all the time. But they will not come to Nigeria. They will be telling you from UK and abroad that Nigeria is going to work. Just like Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Dípò, who wà lórí Twitter. He's a lecturer here in UK. He's a public figure, I can mention his name. Ìyàwó comfort ológunjà sọ pé never mind through Yoruba nationals. Remember Judas was one of what if fayọ ọjẹ kadele. Okay, mọ́mí wa Yínká Adékọ̀yà tó fi tọ̀dọ̀ dárúkọ sọ pé wọ́n ní kí ni Nigerian government ń ṣe tí àwọn èèyàn fi ní sálọ. Àwọn ìyá kan ṣe wàhálà. Àwọn yẹn ń gba ẹ̀bí ọmọ. Tó báyìí tí rí àwọn matron kan lórí floor wọ́n lè bí àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Ó ń ṣe pé wọ́n ní nǹkan lára. Ẹ lọ sí UCH, ẹ lọ sí Lut Hospital, ẹ lọ sí almost all the standard hospital in Nigeria is no longer
standard of living.
All the hospital, the healthcare center is not
standard of living.
But what is the meaning of
standard of living?
According to
standard of living.
Standard of living is the level of income. Owó tó ń wọlé fún ẹ. Owó lélẹ̀. Owó àpò kánú kò owó tẹ̀fẹ́ para yín lé lórí. Òun lélẹ̀ 500 owó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lélẹ̀ 50 naira. Èlò ló ń ta pure water nísìn sọ́nkì èlò lẹ́yìn ra pure water nílé nísìn tí ó ti tó 50 naira náà lè ṣe ń rà 500 lélẹ̀ bẹ̀ ní dọ́là kan náà níbẹ̀ àti pound sterling. Mo tẹ̀ ń dúró pé kọ́ fún wa ní new pound sterling tó máa jáde tí orí king wa máa wà lórí ẹ̀. God bless the king. Ibà ilé mi gbé ìwọ̀nba la máa bú wọn but àwọn ni problem. Ṣé èlò ló ń ta pure water nísìn ṣé 50 naira ni àbó ti lọ sókè mo kí ìyàwó Àjọkẹ́. À ń sọ pé standard of
living
kò sí nínú Nàìjíríà and today bàbá lálùbáríkà bàbá dáadáa at 95 struggle continue for a better Nigeria says Pa Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Struggle continue. Kí ló mean by that? Ẹ bá máa kọ sílẹ̀. We don't have a government. We've never had a government. Tani government, government. The last government we had was Babawolowo, regional government. All your corrupt politicians from Fayose to FOLAYEMI to Amosun. Gbogbo wọn máa ṣe governor, and after that, shout out to you, Moken Tewa ní New York City. Àwọn ìlú yẹn mo fi wá lágbára. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ti sọ pé Koiki anytime tó bá ti confirm kó máa wá sí United America as sponsor ẹ̀. Èèyàn kan dìídì send email sí mi lánàá ní Pàlá. Mo sọ fún yín. I've never met them before. Mo rò pé bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ rí. Wọ́n send message látòrí website wa. Èèyàn púpọ̀ ń lọ sórí website wa. Ẹ máa lọ bẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ máa ka news tó wà níbẹ̀. www.koikimedia kò tẹ̀tí fi síbẹ̀ already. Inú bẹ̀ lọ ti send message yẹn wá sí mi and I reply. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti send owó tó máa fún mi ní ìnàtọ́ fún wọn ti send ẹ̀ sórí paper. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan. You can't love you less. Media need constant money láti fi operate. Pé èèyàn kan máa sọ pé media need owó irọ́ lẹ́pa. Well, so you can always go on our website. There's a lot in there, and we are still trying. Mo dedicate kan náà ọmọ wa kan. Ẹ rí pé a ti ń release article dáadáa nísìn. Ẹ dúpẹ́ fún kan náà ọmọ wa kan. Òun ló take role yẹn nísìn. Ó ní boss, ẹ má worry. I'll take that role. So tẹ́ bá tẹ̀ fi jẹ́ kí ó lè help iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. Ọmọ kékeré ni. Youth wa ni. Lára àwọn youth ọ̀dọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. Gbogbo report tó ń gbé jáde. Ó jẹ́ ká máa encourage wọn ni. I wish I can employ more people, but kò possible. Ṣé kí n employ yín kí n má fún yín lówó? Ìyàwó ń ṣe yẹn. So gbogbo story tẹ bá ti rí ó ṣe release eléyìí nísìn. Truck rams into Suleja Mosque. Bó ṣe ń sọ ti international news, his name is Matthias. Mo dúpẹ́ fún gan. Òun ló kọ report jáde nísìn. Ibi tó bá ti rí report yẹn, èyí tó bá yẹ and this is what is meant to happen in Nigeria. Yawani, never mind the true Yoruba nationals. Remember, Judas was one of the disciples. There are some Judas in Yoruba Nation movement. Yoruba Nation movement continue with more education. I wish we can have a country that works, but Nigeria is not working. So go on our website. You can communicate with me from there. If I send message, I reply. If I send WhatsApp, I reply. I will do so, But let's go back to standard of living. We come back to Babawa Adebanjo that says struggle continue for a better Nigeria. Ṣédù bàtẹ́mi náà bá pé 95 years old ní Nigeria máa dání. By that time, bàbá náà ti lọ síbi tágbà rè kọ́lọ̀ túbọ̀ lọ rẹ̀ ní bàbá yẹn fún wa. Once again, welcome to the program. Standard of living, what does it mean?
Standard of living.
The standard of living is the level of income. Owó tó bá ń wọlé fún yàn ló ń pè ní standard of living. Mo kí dáadáa Alájà Àyìnkẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀. Shout out to all our prophetess, our mothers in Lord, our fathers, our wòlíì, àwọn àfà, àwọn sẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn kérúbù, àwọn sẹ̀lẹ̀. We like a white garment church. I love them so much. Catholic, Pentecost, ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́lá gbé dání. Àní Nàìjíríà ti pa star wa, ó ti gba àràwọ̀ kúrò lára wa. Once again, a very good morning and good afternoon. So when we talk about standard of living, is the level of income. Kí ló wá ń pè ní income? Mo ti sọ fún ilé nǹkan owó. We can call income as
income.
Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀?
Income.
Money received. Okay, Koiki àmú láìkì nǹkan tó ń ṣe ó yá gba díẹ̀. Koiki mo ti fún ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ mo fún ẹ mọ́. Ìyẹn wà okay náà. Income is a consumption and the saving opportunity. Ṣé ẹni tó ti rí income ní Nàìjíríà ló máa lè sọ pé òun fẹ́ save owó? Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà ní Nigeria GDP per capita is about 1,800 naira per year. Ṣé dọ́là lẹ kọ sí àbí náírà? Ilé mọ́ kí n má ṣe mistake. Then ẹ bá mi kí ló ń pè ní GDP per capita? Ó wà very very important. Ibi tẹ́tí máa mọ ìlú tó wọ̀ òkè nìyẹn. Èmi mọ tó jẹ́ but èmi náà máa ń like láti ẹ̀wọ̀n pinnu lecture room ìwà àtàwọn dọ́là okay ẹ ṣé gan ni. So wọ́n ní the GDP per capita is $1,800. GDP per capita. Amalowa kini meaning GDP per capita. Ó ti di dandan pé Yoruba Nation must stand, but we still have a lot of Yoruba people that is still having this hope that their standard of living is going to be good in Nigeria and Nigeria will work for them. Yeah, Zell be ṣiṣẹ́. No. Zell ò ṣiṣẹ́ o. Ẹ bá wa ṣe sí Kasha àbí kẹ́ ṣe sí PayPal. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí Ọláyọmí Koiki lélẹ́yìí Koiki Media. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá lọ sí lecture room wọ́n máa educate just as tó bá lọ ṣiṣẹ́ apprentice a máa padà sórí ẹ̀. Mo kíyàwó mo dúpẹ́. So now, when we talk about the standard of living, it's also your comfort. Is there comfort in Nigeria? Are we likely to see comfort in Nigeria within the next 10 years in projection? Eshegoni Yawa Bosede, thank you so much. But paper one ṣiṣẹ́ Musa Kalam 1@yahoo.com. So the naira náà ni the account is okay. Bó jẹ́ kí cash app ni. But ẹni tó bá jẹ́ UK, my account details have changed. Please get in touch in case you are not aware. So ibi tẹ́ ń fi sí tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn ẹ má fi síbẹ̀ mọ́ for now. We give you a new updated account. Mo kí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí Ọba Aládé, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Moses, wọ́n ní this is well done and well speaking, Olayomi Koiki. I think some Nigerians born are opposite people. Your song by late music maestro Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti, they are always like that. Yeah, but we must continue to tell Nigerians that we love them so much. Look, I know some of you come and look at me as but boy, I don't like you, just the way you talk, I don't like you. You are too. Look, if you have met me even today, only my baby ni mo sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Wallahi, Koiki leleke I'm brought up very well. But in a movement, you will see a different side of who we are. But that doesn't mean that but it's up to you to project us anyhow. But what I'm asking the Nigerian is, I still want to stand on the standard of living.
Standard of living.
Because the standard of living goes to reason why people wants to get to UK, and now the UK say, no, not anymore, according to the news, that UK has halt. Tó bá sọ pé halt, what down kan dúró ló mean? Check out the English dictionary, halt. Because why have they done so? It could be for the good of Nigerians. At least no more doctor coming from Nigeria. When they say something is, kí ló pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Bring or come to an abrupt stop. Dúró o dúró bí àfọ̀ṣẹ. Máa lọ o lọ. But presently, UK no wọn fẹ́ ní health worker kankan mọ́. Hey, wàhálà dé bá ẹlòmíì tó jẹ́ pé wọ UK fẹ́ẹ́ tó lè fi ọ̀nà yẹn lè máa gbà. Ṣé wọ́n bà ọ̀nà yẹn jẹ́ ni? Ṣáwọn kan ló tún bà á jẹ́ ni àbí báwo? I don't have any evidence to that. I only go according to what I read here. But I know that in every situation, ó yẹ yín ká má fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹ bá sọ yín nìkan kìnìkan, ó yẹ yín. Ó yẹ gbogbo wa. But ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ lọ normally bí ó yẹ ìbò náà ṣe máa sọ. But definitely UK máa ti rí kankan náà níjàre. Pé gbogbo ilẹ̀ ń jápa, ẹ ti ẹ kẹ́ ọwọ́ kàwé ló ń bọ̀ wá ṣe. But tí ó bá jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́, tí ó jẹ́ káwa náà ká máa dà wá sí bíbá. It's because Nigeria is not working. And the reason why it's not working again, it is
standard of living.
So a lot of Nigerians wants to get to UK, at least, if not, UK halt. What daduro? What lè wá dá padà o? I don't know. I pray they do because it's going to help a lot of people. But ṣé ilé náà la máa bá lọ for years? Everybody tẹ́ bá lọ sórí Twitter, ìyẹn làwọn dípò ọ̀gbẹ́ni yẹn máa ń sábà ṣe. There's another guy, there's so many of them like that. Ibi tó how you can get to Canada, how you can do this, how you chíjọ́ la fi máa ṣe gbogbo yẹn dà. It's okay. I'm not saying if you have the opportunity to travel out. I don't want to be a motivational speaker or whatever it is, or people. No. I'm not interested in that. I want to say that if Nigeria is a full working country, we should not be traveling anywhere. But part of the problem is all these criminals in suits. Let me see if I can go back to my history. Ashewalano. Let's see if we can get them. Àwọn Adenuga nǹkan kan tí mo ṣe lánàá ni mo wá. Ok, ẹ jẹ́ ká wò. Àwọn Gilbert, Dangote, blah blah blah, blah Rabiu, all these criminals. Macron reappoint. Can you imagine? Ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni Macron tó ń reappoint tó ń sọ fún wa pé nǹkan báyìí ní Nàìjíríà máa ṣe. Macron reappoint Abdulsamad Rabiu as the president of the France-Nigerian. Àwọn tó ń dá wàhálà tó jẹ́ kórí jẹ́ tó jẹ́ kórí mu lélẹ̀. These are the problems. Reason tí wọ́n ṣe ní standard of living is because some of these individuals. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìwà ìtí gbogbo wọn wà together. Àti Rabiu, Dangote, Rabiu, Mike Adenuga, these are the big men. Àwọn bàbá àgbàlagbà. Flẹ́tí Mori. Hey, what is sign? Hey, kí ló tún sign báyìí torí Elédùmarè. They just keep signing. Bàbá olówó Mike Adenuga, owó ti pọ̀ jù. Globalcom chairman. But Globalcom chairman that cannot employ Nigerians. Standard of living. And do you know what? KPMG just released a very sad statistics on Nigeria unemployment. Every book headline yẹn láàárọ̀ yìí. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. 41% unemployed Nigerians. I'm a BTC. You're welcome to the program. Make I tell you now, make I speak this broken English, maybe it will get into your ears. Make I tell you now, forget am, Nigeria no go work. I say I'm a BTC. You can hate me, it's not my problem. But I am telling you, Nigeria is not designed to work. My name is OLAMILEKAN, and this is the platform that tells you that if you have hope in Nigeria, there's no problem. Even Babawa, our father, I love him. He's my father. A leader still believes that the struggle continues in Nigeria. So you can also say struggle continues in Nigeria. By the time you are 95, then you will understand that there is no struggle in Nigeria to continue. Because it's all lies. Around to one in the other section of koikimedia, all the man comment. Ẹ̀gbọ́n Tony Ages, Mokini Diroko, Mokiyawa Eunice Ladipo. One even those that just left secondary school, which is year 11, they can work. Barely. Idowu John Mokiyawa Comfort, 80 Oman. Wọ́n parí ìjà kan lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Oman nísìn between the Houthi and their government. Ìjà yẹn ti ń lọ ní Yemen for the last 2011 during the Arab Spring. Ó ń lọ burúkú, but now they're coming into a round table. Bíjà bá wá ní Nàìjíríà náà, ó máa padà sórí round table ni, ọ̀tí kan máa bàjẹ́ ní kó tó dé stage. Wàláì. KPMG, look at all the headlines. Nigerian unemployment rate to hit 41% ní 2023 táwa yìí. So o lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kan tẹ̀ àwọn yẹn tí mo bọ́ ṣe ń mú yín tọ́ba láti ṣe oúnjẹ fún yín. Ẹ̀kọ́ máa lọ lójoojúmọ́ ni oúnjẹ lọ́ṣà máa ṣe. Instead ẹ máa sọ fún àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn pé ẹ bá wa build the factory tá a máa lọ máa ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ farming iṣẹ́ poultry iṣẹ́ this iṣẹ́ that wọ́n kàn ní kẹ́ wá máa wá sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kẹ́ máa gbàdúrà but àwọn òyìnbó máa gbàdúrà ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà kan ló wà nílẹ̀ yìí ẹ forget it. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni àdúrà ọ̀tọ̀ ni kí country ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà pé kí country ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀nà ló fẹ́ gbà ṣiṣẹ́. When you have evil monsters, there are evil monsters that doesn't want Nigeria to work. I greet every one of you that is watching me on Twitter. Each time I complete my program, I see that about 200 people, 140 are there listening to us. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. Comrade Plan B say, Nigeria don't alter most of our progress. It is annoying. Stone Cold say, you are a special welcome. Yoruba Nation, no going back. Once again, a very good afternoon. Yinka Debola, is it your birthday? You say happy birthday. Okay, maybe it's your birthday. I don't know. It's not my birthday. As I say, what does this mean to an average Nigerian? I mean, when you see this projection, Sherry, everything is about projection. We are already projected that Nigeria is a failed nation, is a failed country. But there are some Nigerians that disagree with us that it is not failed yet, we can still rescue it, and that's why they're out ailing obedient. Tinubu says he will come and fix Nigeria. Atiku wanted to fix Nigeria. Every one of them wants to fix Nigeria. Even Showore wants to fix Nigeria. a country with about 500 different languages. How is that going to work? It's just about a few minutes before 1 p.m. Tuesday, April 11, 2023. As I welcome you. What does it mean to you? I mean, looking at some of this headline this morning, I mean, we have two powerful headlines that is having a big impact on our life. We're talking about, not this one. The UK says, no, we don't want any more health workers from Nigeria to combat the brain drain crisis. Shout out to you, Mr. Fatai Dabiri. You're all welcome into the live transmission. Shout out to Sylvia Official on the Instagram. 8519. We're not on TikTok yet because we don't have the numbers to give a live transmission from TikTok. But you can go on TikTok and find koikimedia. When we have the right number, the rest assured, our live stream will come through on TikTok. Prayer without work is dead. I love prayer. Look, there's nothing better than having people to even pray for you. And that's why in the 3 years of this movement, I am not scared of anything. No, I don't want to be ashamed too. I want to see the other side. Because Mufimaka commented Mokiyawa Wura _ beauty. Fish banger, I cite you. Boss 54. You're all welcome to the live transmission. When we say that Nigeria is not working, is it because we are saying so? No, it's because of all these statistics that we are looking at. The projection. Because when you look at the projection of something, you ask yourself, is it likely to work? If Babade Banjo could not get Nigeria to work at the age of 95 for the Nigeria that they wanted, but he's telling us that Nigeria's struggle will continue, or struggle continues for a better Nigeria. Do you agree with him? At 95 years old. But there's another man that is saying, look, this country is not going to work. Let's look and find another way around it. But people say no. He is 80-something. He is 95. Both of them are elder statesmen. Elder statesman. Yeah. Elder statesman, not men. Because it's one person. Elder statesman. Or elder, yeah. Baba is up there. No. My people are suffering. No. Let's go for Yoruba country. Let's discuss with the federal government. Let's dissolve the union. Baba Debanjo sọ pé no. Struggle continue. And this is why we are saying that today, can you as a Nigerian boast of
standard of living?
Can you? Or can I even say that if all the diasporas that are living outside Nigeria, should we stop sending money to our people? Can they live?
Standard of living.
One man says enough is enough. We don't need to go to war. It's a peaceful movement. Federal government, talk to us. We can have this conversation and deal with it. But the other man says no. It is still struggle continue. I don't know for how long. But what I know that is there is no
standard of living.
But there are some people that are representing us from outside. People like this man, the Globacom, the big man, the controller of Nigeria, the Dangotes of Nigeria, the ones that tells and do. They tell the international community how things to be. And the international community also believe in them. My question is this how we want to continue? In this fake union? Where they become the monopoly? Where they become deciding of how and what we do in our own territory? I'm trying to find the picture of them properly. We had it yesterday where, okay, let me put Tony there. Tony Elumelu. probably give me what I'm looking for. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. You can see them there in this image. The big boys. The big boys. The big boys. Yeah. And you believe that these will create the job for you, using French president as their stool. The same West that is the same France that is holding Benin Republic to bondage. Chairman, with French don't control Benin Republic. Oh, you don't know? Okay. But let's come back again to some of these headlines. Nigeria unemployed rate projected to hit 40.6%. That is a big number. Should we be concerned in the next few months? Sheffield number yìí máa drop wálẹ̀, and if it's going to drop, how many years will it take? Let's work with this projection now, and I want to read some of your comments. Let's work with this projection. Now that we've been told that the employment rate is projected to hit 40.6%, should the new government take in charge? Do you think, or how long do you think that the projection will drop to at least about 20%, so that we take out 20.6%? Ọdún mélòó la máa fi gbé wálẹ̀ pé unemployment ní Nàìjíríà ó gbọ́dọ̀ drop sí 20%? Ta ló dẹ̀ ń create iṣẹ́? Ṣé government ló ń create iṣẹ́ ni àbí báwo? And this is why we are saying the current and the present situation of Nigeria is becoming alarming. It's becoming worrisome. It's becoming something that we should all be concerned. I understand some of you think that it's about politics. Yoruba Nation is politics. No, Yoruba Nation has nothing to do with your politician. Yoruba Nation has nothing to do with the political parties. But according to the global consulting firm, KPMG, a lot of you are praying to work in that firm. It's a big firm. Just the other one, apart from KPMG, there's another one there. Nigeria control gbogbo accounting kiniwa. Moses, Maize Gold. There's another one apart from KPMG. What's the other one's name as well? All these global consultant firms, when we can have our own consultant firm to decide for us, because the West thinks that they own us. And that's why I say, do you think that they love us? There's another one that is very popular apart from KPMG. Nigeria unemployment rate projected to hit 40.6% according to the KPMG. We estimate that this rate has increased or decreased. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan increase ó ń lọ sókè, projection yẹn ó ń lọ sókè kò wálẹ̀. Èmi dẹ̀ ń béèrè pé ǹjẹ́ projection yẹn a lè gbé wálẹ̀ even with the new government coming in for 20 years? Yes, PwC. Ẹ ṣe gan ni Pastor Mo mọ̀ pé iná wà ń bẹ̀. There's another one called PwC. These are big PricewaterhouseCoopers. Oh my God. These are very, very big, massive, big ni wọ́n. Tó bá sọ pé àwọn big PwC. Tó bá ráyè ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ilé ìgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ o. You're a big girl, big woman, anywhere in the world. But because there are some organizations that if you work with them, you feel like, wow, just like I am with the Star Radio. I mean, we are a small organization, but we are satisfied and we are happy. PwC, Eshegoni, Pastor Mo, PricewaterhouseCoopers. And they have a relationship with Nigeria as well. They do a lot of our, paperwork and all that. How I landed a job at PwC. Not everybody. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn tó máa gbaṣẹ́ ní bíbá á jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ máa wọnú ọwọ́ or o gbọ́dọ̀ ní bàbá connection. Tó o bá ní connection, let's take a look at this. PwC Nigerian Graduate Associate. I take that again. PwC Nigeria Graduate Associate Program 2023 for young Nigerian graduates. They are looking for the best only. They are not looking for kekuru keje o. They will always look for the best. and the deadline is already gone already. So PricewaterhouseCoopers Nigeria has been operating in Nigeria before the independence. Interesting time ahead. Mo sọ pé lórí ètò ilẹ̀ tí màmá lóríṣiríṣi nǹkan tá a gbọ́ rí. Èmi náà tẹ̀ mọ̀ báyìí o, àfi tí bá parọ́ fún yín o. Bí èmi náà ṣe ń kà náà ni mo ṣe ń sọ yìí o. Because when we open all these things and we ask questions, so these people have been with us láti 1953. Ẹ wá ní kí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ rí kan ṣe. Because àwọn ti rí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ as a threat. Because Baba Awólọ́wọ̀ was going to bring people that will be up to the standard of setting up PricewaterhouseCoopers equivalent of Yoruba people. But they don't want that. That is why they probably make sure that Baba Awólọ́wọ̀ did not succeed in what he wanted to do. Ìwọ wá ṣe ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa wọ̀. Àwọn bàbá tó bá Baba Awólọ́wọ̀ gan ṣe ń sẹ̀ tún sọ pé struggle continue at 95. Ìyẹn bàbá Ayọ̀dé Bánjọ. But PricewaterhouseCoopers òun lọ́kọ sí bíbá ìlú kúkú bá mọ́ kọ́. PricewaterhouseCoopers Nigeria has been operating in Nigeria before the independence of Nigeria in 1960, and you expect Nigeria to war. No be juju be that. Àwọn wo gangan ló wà behind PricewaterhouseCoopers tó bá tún ṣe àwọn òyìnbó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kàn béèrè lọ́wọ́ Google. Ifá nìyẹn. Ìtò bá ti yé ẹ ṣáà lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ifá. Mo kí bàbá wa Ọlárẹ̀wájú. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn. Àtẹni tó ṣe ti Yoruba Nation. Àtẹni tó ṣe Yoruba Nation. I greet all Nigerians. But one thing is, thinking that Nigeria will survive and it will work for another 63 years to further. Nigeria will not survive another 63 years. So ó ti wà ní calm down according to the projection. You might say it's lie. Ẹ pé pastor ẹ sọ kankan. Forget about your pastor. Pastor ẹ tó o lè pray fún ẹ láàárọ̀ pé o máa ríṣẹ́ lọ́la ní Nàìjíríà tó dẹ̀ máa ríṣẹ́ yẹn. No be juju be that. Àfáà ẹ tó o lè sọ fún ẹ pé o máa ríṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà tó dẹ̀ máa ríṣẹ́. According to the new statistics, you are not likely to get a job because there is no job. About 46% of you are struggling to get a job. But the big men, the Dangote, the Rabiu, the Adenuga, the Alakija, the Tony Lemelu, the France, the criminals are all over the place to tell you Nigeria is going to war. And I talk, you say I should go and shut up my mouth. Okay. At least I'm 6,000 kilometers away from Nigeria. And if I need a job today, look, all I have to do is just go and find the most easiest job that doesn't stress me. Who owns PwC? Who owns Taloni? Who owns PwC? PricewaterhouseCoopers. Taloni? Let's find out. It is the second largest professional service network in the world, set up in Nigeria in 1953, and I'm sure part of those that will never want Nigeria to work in the regional government. Àwọn sọ pé Igbo ló bà Nigeria jẹ́. Because there are some things that they've already embedded with us during the colony of Nigeria up to when Nigeria became Nigeria, and even do you know the time frame? In 1914, tá máa pariwo yẹn gan. After 1914, the British was still controlling Nigeria. Omugo. Each time we talk about the 1914, it took them another so many years before they actually hand over to us. So they've been operating inside our territory since 1914 or even before 1914. So right Moki Baba Pastor Ogunjimi Mwepepele Nkolori Star Radio. Even though so many Nigerians cannot understand this, but every day we are telling you that, imagine that in 1914, after gbogbo slave trade, okay, leave us the way you find us. Ṣebí bákan lè ṣe bálẹ̀ Yorùbá, it was a kingdom. Whether it is Oduduwa kingdom, Yoruba kingdom, it was a kingdom. You met it well with people and Daiwe Buara àti Nwashoko Oyinbo tó dé. But what they did was they now went ahead and called us Nigeria in 1914. But do you know that they did not give us independence up to 1960? But this organization have been operating in Nigeria as far back as 1953. No be juju be that. And you are expecting Nigeria to work. How? Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́? Because all these organizations, as it says here, according to Wikipedia, it is the second largest professional service network in the world and is considered one of the big four accounting firms, along with Deloitte, EY, and the KPMG that I'm just talking to you right now. And KPMG has already projected that Nigerians, listen to me, 40.6% of you will never get a job in this year 2023. I am not talking about 2024. this year, even if you go to church, you will not get that job because there's no job opportunity in that messed up Olori Buruku country. And this is why we are saying to you that let us wind down this country and let everybody go back to their same place. You cannot go back to regional government. It is too late. Tinubu is not going to give you regional government. He's just going to operate as a Nigerian government under the fraudulent constitution for as long as he's there. He's going to come back maybe after 4 years and they will rig the election again, and it goes on and on. The cycle continues. Mad people all over the place. And we are telling you that that is not what we want. We are better off to stay away from Nigeria. Global consultant firm KPMG, when they say something is projected, let's go and look at the meaning of projected. Also remember at the back of our mind that W or PwC that we are talking about was founded in 1998. Headquarters definitely in London, England precisely. Oh my God, the same place. Let me know what. So you that you are thinking that is your father that is doing you, is because your father married the second wife, they are doing juju for you. No, nobody is doing juju for you to get a job. It's because the country is completely drained. There's no job, okay? So stop pointing finger at your next door neighbor in your face me, I face you. 40 years old man still living in face me, I face you. Macron is less than 40 something years old. Oh my God. Dennis Mokimu NGR1. Mokimu Grandma. My name is OLAMILEKAN. Mokimu Baba Saliao Mufta. Mokimu Bomi Sheyi Depo. If my program is not the kind of program, please go to where they are doing giveaway. I don't do giveaway here. It's all part of the fraud. Just to keep your mind away from the reality. You don't give away. So if I give you 5,000 today, then I don't give you 5,000 in another 3 months. Nobody do with that. We are talking about a system that is not working. Pastor Mo went on to say that we used to be Yoruba kingdom with Yoruba religion. That was how they taught us in the primary school. The Price-Waterhouse has been operating in Nigeria as far back as 1953. Just under 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Yes, 7 years before independence. So even if they gave us that independence, there's likely that Nigeria will still be operating outside the country. And each time I tell you that Nigeria is operated outside the country, some of you say I should shut up. Okay, no problem. But we now know that PwC is operating from England, even headquarters, and they have about 328,000 employees. Can you any pen and paper can take notes? And when we look at these graphs, OEC, the one I normally tell you about, OEC world, Itamando, about Nigeria, that messed up country. Not that Nigeria is not exporting, we are doing a little bit, even if we are not doing enough. Look at these export. And like I always say, let's go and talk about cocoa beans. Netherlands is buying our raw material. They don't need us to produce it. Why is Netherlands not buying our finished produce? They don't want that. Mélòó ni Netherlands in a country. Let's go and look at Netherlands. Mélòó ni wọ́n? I'm talking about Netherlands as a country. Netherlands is a population of about where is it now? 1 minute. Bear with me. Population. The population of Netherlands is not even up to 20 million. So talk about that Netherlands. Oh, they bury. I understand. Mama, oh, the Netherlands. Hello, Emma Benu. Can I'm in the studio now. How are you? When I finish, I come downstairs. Okay. All right. How are you? Okay. All right. I'm in the studio. Okay. Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Emma Binu, I'm on me. What's it? I'm okay. So, all right. You will. Ìbọn ni bàbá yìí tí wá kí àbá yìí tí ó lọ ń pariwo ajágbére mọ́ kíní kan bí báwo máa ń pè mo kí wọlé nǹkan sí tó o bá dé Netherlands rí I understand. Oh, the visa láti débẹ̀. But Komawo, Lagos State, at least some of you have been to Lagos or you've seen the image of Lagos State. You've seen the picture of Lagos State. So think about Lagos State as the country. Then Netherlands, you know. So wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Netherlands níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Their gross domestic product, which is called GDP, is 1.13 trillion US dollars. Are you with me? Are you with me, Mr. Shamsuddin? Ṣé wà pẹ̀lú mi? Tó o bá dé Netherlands rí, I understand. A lè lọ sí YouTube káàkọ̀ gbé lọ lórí tourism láti bẹ̀. Èèyàn bí mi náà ṣe máa ń travel káàkiri àgbáyé nìyẹn tí bá fẹ́ lọ. Ìlú wo ni mo fẹ́ lọ? Màá yà lọ sórí YouTube. Màá lọ obìnrin yẹn ṣeré torí yẹn kan ti lọ́bẹ̀. But Belgium gan ṣẹ̀ tún wá kéré sí Netherlands 11.5 million. But do you know that Netherlands is now buying our produce to go and do chocolate, and then they are still the highest chocolate producer in the world, if not the second. And all these are all set up to make sure that Nigeria does not prosper. Something like having the, operating in Nigeria since 1953. So I want to operate in Nigeria. So I'm going to close this because I don't want to lose the broadcast. So Baba sọ pé no, let's get out of Nigeria. And Baba Adébánjọ ní no, struggle continue. So we come back to this, our graph. This historical data, even though mo mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà comprehensive, but we can still make use of it. These you can go and check it yourself at www.oec.world. Tó bá ti wá dé lóbẹ̀ kó type Nigeria, á gbé data ìjáde fún ẹ. Wọ́n wá máa bí lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ọmọ àwọn òní títì, a dẹ̀ ń send nǹkan tó fi ṣe títì and send it. Even gold, ṣé o mọ̀ pé gold wọ́n export gold kúrò ní Nigeria kábíyèsí. United Arab Emirates nìkan ló ra gold wá àti Switzerland, mo jẹ gbèsè. Oh my God. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ìyá lálùbáríkà, ìyá wa tí mo máa ń fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ. Kò sí rálì tí yáyan ní àtẹ̀yìn ọ̀la ẹ̀. Ìyá wa Mọ́lára Ìyábọ̀ Àjàlá. Mo dé Trafalgar Square, mo rò pé ìmọ̀ akọ́ débẹ̀, wọ́n pick me to it, àwọn ọlọ́kọ́ débẹ̀. Ìwọ tó ń gbé ní Arab country, especially Dubai, ṣó mọ̀ pé àwọn Dubai ló ń ra gold tí wọ́n ń gbé láti Nàìjíríà jù. Èyí tó kù lọ Switzerland. Tẹ́rí tó ń lọ Switzerland yẹn, èmi ní evidence ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe tí mo lè gbé jáde nísìnyí. Ọ̀ṣun state ẹ̀ lọ́ ti ń gbé. Because tí bá fi sí orí social media, wọ́n máa lọ gbé bọ̀bọ̀ tó fún mi ní information ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Wọ́n máa lọ gbé mi. Confirm gbogbo bó ṣe ń wé ẹ̀ tó ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ too much. Ó wà lórí fóònù mi, fóònù tí mo fi bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Ó wà lórí mi. Àníyàn ti jẹ wá, kọ́nà má jẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ wá. Ìyàwó Ọlá Odùsìn, Netherlands is a very beautiful country. I have been going there to do some business in the 90s. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Èmi ò débẹ̀ rí kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ lè débẹ̀. Èmi náà fẹ́ travel round ní Yoruba Nation tí mo gbé dání yìí. Mo sọ fún yín pé àwọn kan ṣe tó ń fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn. Because kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa lè káàkiri. So tẹ bá lọ sí àwọn travel blog Indigo, wọ́n kàn ń pè ní Indigo. Ó máa ń travel kiri ní Indigo travel. Mo sọ fún yín lánàá, òun lélẹ̀. He has about 1.8 million followers. Kí ni kan pẹ̀lú he goes round different places. Ibi tẹ́yìn ò fẹ́ lọ, wọ́n á lọ. And he's making his money and he's making a life. So kí ni àwọn kan sọ pé bàbá èèyàn ní ṣe ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa freelance journalist lèmi. Èmi tí mo ti gbé kúrò lórí fóònù mi, ìyá mi. Àwọn nǹkan tẹ́mi máa document lọ́jọ́ iwájú later nìyẹn, tó bá tó àsìkò. Tó bí àpọ̀ yẹn bá sọ fún mi pé òun ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn mọ̀, máa rí this information yẹn. That's tó bá confirm pé òun ti kúrò Nàìjíríà. Because ó fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Kọ́nà jẹ́ kó ráyè kọjá. Ṣé rí pé gold táwa ń sọ pé a ní ní Ọ̀ṣun state, ẹ rántí pé à ń play fídíò kan, ẹ rántí fídíò kan tá a play. Mo fẹ́ lo fídíò yẹn too much. TVC ní Ọ̀ṣun state. Ẹ rántí mining ẹ rántí tá à ń lò lánàá. Ọ̀ṣun state ló ti ń wa gold wa. Ará Ọ̀ṣun ò dẹ̀ rí gold lò. Ẹ tún wọ̀ another one lélẹ̀. This is even 2 months ago. Eléyìí is 1 month ago. Àwọn náà lọ tún lọ síbí báyìí. I mean, irú nonsense ní Zamfara kẹ̀rí, gold Zamfara is for Zamfara. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún wo fídíò eléyìí briefly. This is koikimedia, you're live and you're watching. Ká ní fast forward díẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò. Ẹ wo lẹ̀.
Campaigns against environment.
Ẹ wo terrain wa bó ṣe beautiful, but ẹ wo bó ṣe damage.
Had identified 37 mining sites.
Ẹ wo 37 mining sites ní Ọ̀ṣun state. Ìwọ ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun wa ń bú Ìgbòho torí pé ò ní làákàyè. Ìwọ ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun wa ń bú Kóìkì ò ní làákàyè because àwọn tó ń jẹ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà gangan inú Ọ̀ṣun state náà lọ wà. Wọ́n wá góòlù yìí wọ́n gbé lọ sí Dubai, wọ́n gbé lọ sí Switzerland. Tí èmi ò tẹ́ mọ̀ pé Dubai wọ́n gbé lọ Dubai bọ̀ tí Switzerland yẹn mo lè confirm tí mo tún ní dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì lọ́wọ́. Èyí tó ń lọ Switzerland. Ó dẹ̀ ti show ní bíbáyìí because evidence ti sọ ní bíbáyìí pé lótìtọ́ Nigeria export gold. Dubai ra gold the worth of $144 million lọ́wọ́ wa at about 91.6%. Àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà dẹ̀ wà ní Dubai wọ́n respect wọn, no be juju be that. Dere, isn't it funny that countries with the largest gold collections don't have gold locally? Tó bá fẹ́ ra gold ní Nàìjíríà nísìn, ọwọ́ Málà ló ti máa lọ rà. Bàbá wa Joe Òjó wọn ní Nigeria was never a country. It is not a country, can never be a country. Mo like ibẹ̀ yẹn. Nigeria was never a country. It is not a country. It can never be. But bàbá mi Joe, kí ló dé táwọn èèyàn wá ṣe sọ pé Nigeria is a country? Because bàbá wa tí a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sí rárá. Bàbá Lálùbáríkà, wọ́n ní the struggle continue for a better Nigeria. Kí lẹ́yìn máa sọ sọ́rọ̀ yẹn bàbá mi? A máa ṣojú òpó láìpẹ́ because I want it to be a little bit more interactive this afternoon. Sherry, sitting here every day and bringing all this information out, wọ́n ní ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́yìn lórí channels television àti TVC. Even UK has a gold reserve, but it was brought from all over the world. Aṣọ carriage wa kan tí King wa máa lò ní May láti fi ṣe coronation ẹ̀. But ẹ wo Ọ̀ṣun state nísìn torí Elédùmarè èmi kàn mọ ní fídíò yìí tó bá fẹ́ yọ wọ́n lè yọ but ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ gbọ́ díẹ̀.
In 10 gold mining communities of Ijeshaland, out of 6 government areas.
Ẹ wo àdúgbò torí Ọlọ́run ṣé kò jẹ́ kí èèyàn máa sunkún fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ wo àdúgbò ẹ wo àwọn bàbá tí góòdì wà ládùúgbò wọn ẹbí bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe rí torí Elédùmarè. What a country. Sunshine forever, Mukima, Mukisa. Only Nigeria has always been a company, not a country. No, even this picture alone speaks the volume of the madness in the country. Ẹ wo picture. Tó bá tẹ̀lé pa fẹ́ keep heritage site àwọn ọbẹ̀ yẹn, tó yẹ kí títì rí báyìí, ẹ wo bàbá ìbò ṣe rárá. Àti ṣèlú lọ, ìlú Nàìjíríà. Àwọn ìbò ò dáa. Má ṣe. Bàbá yóò dẹ̀ mọ́ kó mọ̀ pé góòdì lọ sí Dubai, góòdì lọ Switzerland. Poverty látòkè délẹ̀ ó ń rùn lára bàbá ẹ̀. Ìtọ́ ń pààyàn lẹ́kún ni. Ọkàn ní kí n máa sunkún lórí social media ní wàhálà ẹ̀. Ìtọ́ ń pààyàn lẹ́kún lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀. Látòkè délẹ̀ poverty ń rùn lára bàbá ẹ̀. Bọ́ọ̀ tẹ̀ sọ fún yín. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ wo bàtà bàbá yẹn. Ìtọ́ tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kò ṣe ìtọ́ gbé sókè. Ẹ pé bàtà yẹn ti jẹ. Ẹ wo aṣọ tí bàbá ẹ̀ wọ̀ sọ́run nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Adẹ̀ni ọba aládé àní politician. Ìka wà ṣá ní Nàìjíríà ṣá. The politicians were sure. What a sad situation. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi láti Paris. Alhaji kan bẹ̀. This is Ọ̀ṣun state. Ilé òṣèlú Haúsá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò ẹ̀ sí.
One local government has tried to map out a legal route to mining gold. The other 5 have been infiltrated by
Biafra ò dúró. Èmi ti sọ lánàá mo sọ lójoojúmọ́. Tíjà bá bẹ́lẹ̀ between federal government and Biafra. Ẹ forget ẹ̀ pé wọ́n máa lọ́ọ̀kì Yorùbá nation pẹ̀lú irọ́ la pa. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. If anything kickstart between the Biafra and the federal government, the international community discussion will be between the federal government alone and the Biafra, not with the Yoruba Nation movement. Because the Yoruba Nation movement is not the one that is going to push that. If Biafra is the one that is going to push and knock Nigerian government, and it leads to where United Nations Resolution Council is going to start coming up. So nobody should think at the back of our mind pé tí Biafra bá dé state tí wọ́n push by pẹ̀lú federal government pé wọ́n máa discuss Yoruba Nation pẹ̀lú wọn ní United Nations. Irọ́ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Abuchi Inwafo said, Nigeria is not for us. We, the indigenous people of Biafra and Yoruba, it is time for us to stand and say no to all this nonsense going in our land. God bless koikimedia. God bless Biafra as well. God bless Mansi Simon Ekpa, Autopilot. God bless Nnamdi Kanu for enlightening and waking up our eyes. And maybe I should just put this video to just say we love Mansi Simon Ekpa, or we love Nnamdi Kanu as well. Let's go and listen to Nnamdi Kanu here while I come back in just about a few minutes. I'll let it run through. Let's get the spirit of Nnamdi Kanu this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening. Okay, I like you what I'm Biafra. Okay, I understand. But the moment the Biafra hits with the federal government, there will be no discussion of Yoruba Nation with the United Nations. It will be just resolution of federal government versus Biafra. Which am I working here? Maybe some of us don't know that. So maybe we should just a little bit tempo. Let's listen to this.
It is not in their hands. Because you know what? Power belongs to the people. Anything we want is what we're going to get.
Once again, I want to ask this. Do you think this dream is realizable without a war? And are you prepared to fight another war?
This dream can be realized without a war. And let me put it this way. As soon as the people, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria realize what Nigeria means to each and every ethnic group, they will subscribe to our position. So it is realizable without a war. Before the white man came, let me ask you this, because it's an interview, which means you can ask me questions and I can ask you. Before the white man came, was there any Nigeria? Before the white man came, did Nigeria exist? It's a simple question that I'm asking you. Dele, did Nigeria exist before?
It didn't, no.
It didn't exist. Then why are African people, black people dying over something that they did not create? Did any Yoruba man create Nigeria? The answer is no. No Igbo man created Nigeria. No Hausa man did. No Fulani man did. No Kanuri man did. No Jukun man did. When you come to Nigeria, it's always a debate about it is our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to rule. Now, there are over 250 main ethnic groups in Nigeria. If you keep rotating the presidency every 8 years to each and every ethnic group, times 8 by 250, how many years are you going to get? So some people will die many times over. They will reincarnate many times over. The presidency hasn't come to them. Nigeria is a joke and an absolute mess. It was not created by black people. Therefore, it cannot be sustained by black people. I want to see an Africa where a Yoruba nation, a Yoruba mega nation extends from Togo all the way to Edo State. That's what I want. Because that is authentic Africa. I don't know why Africans are so beholden to something that is alien to them. Are you a white man? The Luga that created Nigeria is a white man. What are you doing as an African defending something that a white man created out of, should I say, a racist intent? Nigeria was an ordinary company, Royal Niger Company, an ordinary business venture that the British converted into a nation. And Africans are killing themselves, trying to maintain something that a white man created. Sometimes I wonder what type of God made African people. I don't understand it. And that is why you have this neo-colonialism. That is why the British High Commissioner had to go to Tinubu to ask him, how do you end this protest? Because if this protest continues, you're jeopardizing our oil. Nnamdi Kanu can use it as an advantage to go and get Biafra. They asked the army to go in and kill people. You people are being ruled by your colonial masters. Your fate is not in your hand. You're in a country that is 60 years old, so to speak. There is no electricity. If I am a Nigerian, I can't come out and say I'm a Nigerian. I'll be ashamed of myself. For 60 years, you have no electricity. For 60 years, no good roads. For 60 years, no good schools. For 60 years, your politicians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. I ask you, what is there to be proud of about Nigeria? Name one thing you can be proud of. Name one thing. Is a question I'm asking you, Dele. Tell me one thing you can be proud of in Nigeria.
Nigerians are amongst the brightest people in the world, including the Igbo people, of which you are one. You're a very brilliant man. That is Nigeria in your DNA.
I was born a Biafran, not a Nigerian. Nigeria is a historical mistake.
Was there a birth certificate at that time that wrote Biafra on it?
Of course, yes. You want me to show you? I will show it to you. I can email it to you. It's not here with me right now. I can email it to you. My person is Biafra.
I don't mind.
I will email it to you. So you see, what I'm asking is, if Nigeria never existed until the white man came, why are you as a black African man defending it? What's a white man created? Why? When you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yoruba is in Togo, they speak your language, they eat your food, they dress the same way you do, you have the same culture, the same value system, the same orientation, and I'm asking you, and the white man came from Europe and said, oh, you are Yoruba from Togo, you speak French. You're Yoruba from Benin Republic, you're going to speak French. But you're Yoruba from Nigeria, you speak English. Are people not perturbed by that? That level of dehumanization, that level of subjugation. You see, the one thing that shocks me about Africa and their class of intellectuals is the fact that they are willing to swallow hook, line, and sinker anything the colonial master gives to them. And I've asked you this very question. Can you go to Europe and create a country as a black man? The answer is no. Then why must you accept what a white man is doing in Africa? Do you see why we are poor and very backwards? Do you see why Nigeria can never have 24 hours of electricity? Never, ever, ever, ever. Because the foundation is faulty. The orientation of Fulani Janja, people were protesting SARS killings in the south. Fulani people in the north, you are busy having fun and laughing and smiling. And you want to be in the same country with them. Your value system, your reasoning, your understanding, your orientation is
báwo a lè ṣe fẹ́ bá wa ṣe omi tí ó tó jọ mẹ́ta náà bàbá wa àní tẹ̀dó síbí around 1936 láti wà nínú ìlú yìí. So títí láti gbà yẹn kò sí development kankan tí a ní lọ títí. Láti bí ọdún kan sẹ́yìn ìṣòro tí a wá ní ni àwọn awakùsà wa àwọn mining wọ́n wá síbí wọ́n ní àwọn fẹ́ wakùsà ń bí à ń láti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn landlord wa ìyẹn Ìjẹ̀ṣà because Òbòkun local government la wà yìí níbi tí a wà yìí. Tá bá ti dé ojú odò yẹn òní boundary Gorípẹ́ Òbòkun níbi tí a wà yìí. So a lọ bá wọn wípé ní a rí àwọn àlejò tí wọ́n náà fẹ́ wa kùsà ń bí báwo ni wọ́n ní àwọn làwọn wọ́n ní àti dọ́dọ̀ àwọn. A lọ bá àwọn mining òyìnbó yẹn náà wọ́n láwọn ti gbàṣẹ́ wá láti Àbújá. So wọ́n ní àfi kí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fàwọn a ò lè sí àwọn lọ́wọ́. Báwo a lè ṣe fẹ́ bá wa ṣe omi tí à ń lò yìí wọ́n ní àwọn máa bá wa dí kòtò yẹn padà ní ìgbà tí àwọn bá fi máa lọ. So but lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn irọ́ ló já sí. Tẹ́ bá dé ibi odò yẹn ń sìn ìṣòro ńlá ni fún wa a ò rí omi yẹn pọn mọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ní gbogbo omi yẹn ti bàjẹ́ pátá. So kò sẹ́nìbọ̀dì tó lè bọ́ sínú ẹ̀wà omi kankan. Àwọn ìyàwó wa ọrọ̀ ajé tá a dẹ̀ níbí ó ní kòkó ẹ̀yìn bí ìyàwó wa ṣe ń sọ ẹ̀yìn di epo pupa. So bí a fẹ́ pọn omi yẹn láti fi pé ká fi sẹ́yìn kò sí mọ́ àìsàn ń lọ wá ọkọ̀ olómi ló ń já omi fún wa. Bá mu omi gan pure water ni à ń rà ní ibi. So gbogbo ìṣòro yẹn ó kojú wa látàrí pé ní kò sì sí olùrànlọ́wọ́ kankan fún wa bí.
èmi ní ìsìn mo lè jó mi 2000 fún iṣẹ́ tí mo fẹ́ ṣe tó bá dẹ̀ tí sẹ́yìn bá ṣe bí sẹ́yìn bá ṣàṣe lọ sí kálukú ń já èèyàn lè jó mi 3000 ní ẹlòmíì lè jẹ́ ní 4000 tí sẹ́yìn á fi parí. So bí sẹ́yìn bá ṣe pọ̀ sí fún ká.
That is the Yoruba land of today. I pity as many Yorubas that still believe in one Nigeria. Do you know that as this man is speaking, he actually said something that they have been there since 1936, which also means that the Yoruba land that we have been talking about, I mean, when you look at 1936 till now, is another very long time. Latin 1936, that Eledumare gave us whatever we needed to live as people, but rather the controller of Africa, the controller of Nigeria does not want that to happen. So when I sit there and I say Yoruba Nation, some of you say, no, let's live in Nigeria. Ẹ wo tí bàbá yìí sọ lẹ́nu. Ìyàwó Pastor Money, which type of slavery is this? Is the modern day slavery, mommy, where our youth are thinking that they can become billionaire into politics. But when we have what it takes, and I go back to this chart, go to Tiwawa, tó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Tiwa record pé àwọn export, because I'm sure that when we look at it, definitely not everything is on record. Ìlú méjì péré ló ń ra gold lọ́wọ́ wa láti Nàìjíríà ní 2021. UAE, United Arab Emirates, and Switzerland. Switzerland bought gold worth of $12.9 million. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun Ọ̀nàní, that is about 87 years ago. So definitely, àwọn bàbá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, they'll probably be around that age. Tabanika wo age bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Because ẹni tó bí ní 19, ẹ ṣe gan fún that quick maths. So when we look at 1936, this man tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní bíbáyìí. Tàbá wá bàbá yẹn lọ nísìn, they'll probably bàbá yìí gan lè má ti pè age yẹn, but ìtọ́ bá lẹ́nu àwọn bàbá tí wọ́n ní. This man might probably be 1940 something, but in táwọn bàbá wọn tó sọ fún wọn pé ilẹ̀ yìí o àwa la ní o. Aziz Shakiru Mukiyi. But today, as KPMG is projecting that you will not get a job, do you know that they are getting job in Netherlands, they are getting job in United Arab Emirates, these two countries plus Switzerland. So as I was saying before I went on that short break playing that video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God continue to bless him and get him free as quickly as possible. Tó o bá mọ anywhere, at least you know Lagos is 20 million. So let's think of Lagos as a country. Let's think of Lagos as a country. Because Lagos being a country would also mean that it's a Yoruba land that can also, even Osun State, can be a country. We have what it takes, but the federal government. The federal government that they're talking about is the Fulanese. Àwọn ọba wa mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, mo kí àwọn ìyàwó mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn ọmọ lálùbáríkà, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin koikimedia listeners. So this is why we are saying that ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù, the suffering is just too much. Let's go back to the video again. But remember that in time pé ní tó bá sọ pé nǹkan projected, I wanted to get the meaning earlier on because I need to close some of this browser. Kí ló ń pè ní projected?
Projected.
One more time.
Projected.
Tá bá sọ pé projected.
Projected.
Aziz láti Miami, ó wò pé Koiki mo fẹ́ lọ dálé ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Ìjẹ̀bú. Bí a méjì ni màá dá sílẹ̀, màá dá kan sí ibì kan. But ó wò pé ṣé òun lè lọ ṣe in the current situation of Nigeria? Ó fẹ́ wá dáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ fún yín. He could have reduced at least the percentage of the job, even if it's just tiny. A lot of diaspora fẹ́ wá dáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀, but they cannot dáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ because there's so many insecurity in Nigeria today. The country is not stable. And any country that is not stable, you cannot set up a good job in there. So KPMG that is projecting or projected means that estimated or forecast. It don't mean here. So we close this. Once again, if you are not aware, the UK have halt active recruitment of healthcare workers from Nigeria, according to them, to combat brain drain crisis. I hope it's just about that, not anything else. The United Kingdom government has announced its decision láti dá dúró to halt anybody tó fẹ́ wá láti Nigeria under healthcare worker scheme, placing the country on a very, very bad note called Red List of Nation. I remember during the COVID, on my way back to UK, COVID yẹn mú ó ká mi mọ́, and I was taken to this beautiful hotel where we were kept there for for some time. I got caught up because I was coming from a country that the aircraft traveled through the red zone or red list náà ni. So putting us under the red list again indicate that forget about this headline is because of the brain drain. No, it's not because of the brain drain. A lot of you doesn't have what it takes in Nigeria and you just want to japa. So there's probability pé àwọn tó fẹ́ wá gangan, they are not the one coming. Maybe there's the wrong set of people on wá. Because we know how these things work. I might elaborate too much. Everybody knows how these things work. But at the end of the day, an average Nigeria is telling me that it's going to be prosper. Oma surely they didn't know Nigeria. How? So we estimated that this rate has increased, increased láti 37.7% by another about 4%. So that indicates that kò lè wá sílẹ̀ within the next 8 years. Because to bring down the unemployment, the government needs to pump in a lot of money. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ train ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú yín, ẹlòmíì torí ẹ̀ ti dọ́ta, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lọ retrain yín, kò ń ṣe gbogbo yín lọ́yẹ̀kẹ́ lọ sí yunifásitì. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ equip ti yín, ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe farm lè gbọ́dọ̀ ní access sí loan. But ṣé níbi tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá délé ní nísìn tí a ní gbogbo resources yẹn, ẹ wò yàtọ̀ ń jà bàbá ẹ̀. Let's go back to this video one more time.
Kò ṣe pé èèyàn lè sọ pé iye báyìí nígbà míì mo máa ń gbé 5,000 iṣẹ́ yẹn tó parí.
Hi, my name is
Let's allow that advert to go. Once again, you're watching Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Let's go back to look at it. My show.
Built in the 1950s, redesigned and
built in the 1950s by the Western world, because I think by independence wà nígbà yẹn. So àwọn ló ń control. So the reason why we saw the earlier of that PWC, that's already gone, because àwọn ló ń control, òyìnbó ló control wa títí di 1960 tó wá hand over. But that control means that they were using people on the ground, but àṣẹ wá láti Britain. So even after the 1914 amalgamation, àṣẹ wá láti Britain dé Ọ̀ṣun state, because ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tí Bùnmi sọ pé it has been built since 1950, but today it's become like a rot after excavation. Let's go back again. So that means that while the Oyinbos after the 1940 wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sáré wọ́n wá gbogbo ẹ̀ ta ló máa bí wọ́n níjọ́ náà ṣèbí torí pé ayé ti lajú nísìnyí làwọn ṣe ní gbogbo eléyìí àwọn bàbájọ́ náà ò lè mọ tán tẹ̀ ń ṣe gan níbẹ̀ lákàn ní àwọn òyìnbó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn àmọ́ tá ń ṣe o because wọ́n máa ti fẹ́ǹsì wọn ní jẹ́ kó débẹ̀ but àwọn bàbá yẹn máa mọ̀ pé gold wà níbẹ̀ but ta ló máa lọ bí wọ́n pé ẹ má kó gold yẹn o. So what happened is during the 1914 up to 1960 tóyìnbó fi wà tó fi fún wa ní independent ìyẹn ló ṣe pé ní in 1914 the southern Nigeria was joined with the northern Nigeria because wọn ò rí owó ní north. Ìdí tó ṣe join wa nìyẹn o is because they were not making any money. So let's go into this a little bit according to Wikipedia what we know. So let me open it up. Southern Nigeria was a British protectorate. Kí ló mean by protectorate? A protectorate in the context of international relation is a state that is under protection by another state. So àwa ni wọ́n protectorate for defense against aggression and other violations of law. So while Britain was controlling Nigeria, they would not allow Argentina to come in there. They will not allow any other country because it belongs to them as at the time until the independence when they hand over to us, which they actually hand over to the northern part of Nigeria. So the reason why we are all struggling today is because during that period, Britain was protecting their interest. That company, they were protecting it. So if France wanted to come, now France know that they've given us independence, and that is why France is talking to Dangote and BUA and Rabiu, Samad, and also Tony Elemelu, and also our own Yoruba man there, Globalcom, Mike Adenuga. Because France, as at the time that Britain was controlling Nigeria, would not be able to take as much as they wanted to take. But now that Nigeria is under its own government, so people will say, we are independent, but you are not independent because there is still a control from outside, which is what we are seeing every day. How much do you want us to explain all this to you? This is what is going on in 2023. And that is why they will continue to say Africa is poor. No, we are not poor. It's because of the way it has been structured now. And this man, Gilbert Shigaro, or Gilbert Shagori, all these criminals. But today, an average Nigerian see all this money, so say, come on, Jackie, me no lè ríṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ UBA. Hey, come on, Jackie, Globe, baby, see, ibi tí mathemata voucher. Hey, I want to be, ṣé distributor of us funds fún yín? You become a distributor for Globalcom, or you become a distributor for Dangote Cement or BUA. All these ones play monopoly on your head. Mashu. Tony, hey, Tony, oh man, on this scholarship. He does one program with this scholarship. They are looking for the best people, and they will continue to use those best people to run their own franchise. Using these people, France is not going to come and say, oh, we are not going to colonize you. No, they are doing it indirectly now in 2023. And this is what is happening. So, as many of you will never get a job, you will, because we can see that in a Yoruba land, in a Yoruba community, in Osun State, according to what I have in front of me, have 30 local government. One of the local government has gold, but we cannot make prospect of Ali. There's no prospect in there, prospect on. There's no prospect in Osun State in that local government. Because why? Somebody is controlling the narrative from outside. Yukiyawa Ade_Mola. And when we sit here, we are talking, some of you say we should shut up. While everybody is running to Lagos State, Osun State, why should we all go to Lagos State as a Yoruba people? Because we want to go and survive. We can survive in Osun State if it was working. Pastor Ogunjimi sọ pé no one can save our land in Ijesha land again except our youth rise up. But this youth doesn't want to rise up. Ìjà ló ń bára wọn jà. Court ni wọ́n ṣe. Ìyàn ọmọ Yahoo kan pààyàn lánàá nísìn, wọ́n ti sòun náà pa. But ibi tí owó gidi ń jáde sí, youth yẹn kẹ̀rẹ́ lọ́sùn state nísìn, ó fẹ́ lọ Dubai kẹ̀rẹ́ ló ra góòlù lọ́wọ́ wájú 91.6%. Kò sáwọn ìyá wa kankan tí kò tí gba Dubai lọ ra góòlù yìí àbí kọ́ lọ sí Italy. And àwa dẹ̀ ní gold, àwa lè ká máa ta gold fún yín, but Hausa ló ń ta gold fún ilé ìdí nísìn. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ń ta gold irọ́ ni, kò lè dàbí ti Hausa. Because wọ́n ní owó yẹn lọ́wọ́ láti fi ra enough gold, ibẹ̀ lẹ ti máa end up lọ ra gold lọ́wọ́ wọn. Àkànṣe báwọn Yorùbá náà kì í ta gold, but lè ta ní capacity tí Hausa fi ta tiẹ̀. Àwọn ló ń ṣẹ́wó fún wa. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ń ṣẹ́wó ní Nàìjíríà in terms of dollars. A dẹ̀ ń sọ gbogbo ilé àwọn èèyàn ní ká shut up pé àwọn tá à ń sọ a máa fix in Nigeria, just as bí bàbá Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ sọ pé struggle continue for a better Nigeria at 95 years old. Leader of the pan-Yoruba social political group, Afenifere Pa Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ, has affirmed that the group will take its case against the outcome of the February 25th presidential election to the Supreme Court. Kolonje win, Baba. Speaking during his address at the Thanksgiving service to commemorate his 95th birthday anniversary yesterday at St. Philip's Anglican Church. Gbogbo gbítọ́sọ ẹni sì títí òde bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò síná níbẹ̀, kò sómi níbẹ̀, church yẹn nísìn, akọ̀mọ̀ náà àwọn èèyàn kan ńláńlá kan tó máa donate generator fún wọn. Ó yá àwọn olówó máa wálé ní ìyó bàbá Adébánjọ ló ń ṣe 95, ẹ make sure pé epo wà nínú generator yẹn o. But títí tẹ máa fi débẹ̀, pàkúlùpàkúlù ni kò ṣiṣẹ́. It happened at St. Philip's Anglican Church Ogbo, Ijebu, Ogun State. But they went further to say that Nigerians should not allow their right to be trampled. What right? Any right, Koko? Anybody any right? Nobody has any right in Nigeria. It's a madness country. Citing alleged electoral malpractice and bridging during the general election. He went further to say, according to the elder statesman, stated that his advocacy and struggle for a better Nigeria were not self-centered, but aim at liberating the masses from the shackles of poverty, oppression, unemployment, bad governance, and other vices. He said, don't be afraid because we have just started the fight. I urge Nigerians not to allow their right to be trampled upon. Kí ló máa ṣe? He went further to say, Adebanjo also criticized the current state of the country, saying, this is not the Nigeria we fought for. What would the saga Pa Obafemi Awolowo, the late Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Sultan of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello be saying about our present ablaze state in the country with a question mark? This is not how we practice politics. Then why should we remain together? If they know all this, why? The election was daylight robbery. You knew that already, that the election was going to be a daylight robbery. There's no doubt about it. He knows that. He's a very, very intelligent man. Because I sat with him at his age, he's still very, very intelligent. I can tell you that. At least, ní ìwọ̀nba time tí mo ṣe pẹ̀lú time tá a bá lọ kí wọn, sometimes we are there for about an hour or less. Very, very intelligent man. But they still believe that struggle continue. Ẹ̀yin mélòó lẹ fẹ́ máa bá wọn ṣe struggle continue nínú Nàìjíríà? Ẹ raise ọwọ́ yín. How many hours have we done so far already? All right, we're just clocking almost 2 hours. So immediately it's 2 hours, we'll open our phone line. So Nigerians, the UK says no more health worker. Okay, at least it's good for us. We keep you there. I talk about the apprentice in this country. Very, very big opportunity. You can get paid while you are being trained. You don't have to go to university. It is not compulsory. We talk about your standard of living.
Standard of living.
Are you living?
Standard of living.
Standard of living is relevant because it is considered to contribute to an individual's quality of life. What is your quality of life? Give me quality of life and living in Nigeria. Okay, you are one gbàdúrà ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ń pé o máa ṣoríire. Agree, but ọ̀nà wo ló fẹ́ gbà ṣoríire? Ṣó máa pààyàn ni? Ṣó máa jalè ni? Because there must be the enabling environment for you to have
standard of living.
Kí ló mean? Standard of living also means your, standard of living also means what we can call your own welfare, comfort, and likewise materials, goods, necessities available to a certain social economic class. You don't have to have a lot of money, but you should be able to have
standard of living. Standard of living.
Ẹlòmíì accounted baby, but only
standard of living.
Ìwọ nísìnyí, mo kí grandma Rafiat Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀gọ́nìmọ̀. When we can't continue this system and have any progress in that country. Too many malpractice going on that need to be corrected. And when you go back to this video, you cry again.
Commissioned by then Osun State Governor Olagunsoye Oyinlola in July 2005, the local authority primary school is in cracks. There are just 2 semi-functional buildings in the school. Limited furniture.
Then as this basic life.
Empty ceilings.
This is Yoruba land in 2023. And this is what they expect us to live with. Mokile Konsi, Yawa BC, Eunice Ladipo, Yalali Barika Moki. Eyakawo classroom in the UK. Okay, so England, Kimate Lokupo. England. England classrooms in primary school. Let's go and look at the videos. See if we can find anything. I do not own the copyright. I take our video.
So we've all been in lockdown for the last however many weeks, is it now? 10 weeks? To stop the COVID-19 virus passing from person to person, making people ill. And we know that children don't really get very ill with the virus, and we don't always know.
Your classroom. Again, pause the audio to this is a standard classroom compared to this shithole in 2023. This is what they expect you, or this is the expectation in what we called
Standard of living,
where people can go to school. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi Oros. Not that we hate any one of you at all. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm not putting the shift blame on you. But are we going to be ready to push and push and push and push? Not 10 people, not 200 people, in our millions, so that we can have
standard of living.
If not, this is what you're going to continue to get. As compared to these.
That's what she meant.
So Miss Adams here, if you go round to the corner, the fire exit door into Miss Angela, the fire exit door into Miss Angela, go now.
Nigeria. These are our children, these are African children in UK. And this was after the coronavirus lockdown and the school open. So the woman to fake crossing here. Taba show you the video, and you shall wo surroundings, and my worry about the main front. So the woman to boss the zebra crossing. So the motor to mbọ to slow down. Taba bida ko kọjá ko gba. Our son to jeyo. And this is why we are saying to our people that we cannot continue like this. Go possible. This is meant to be a school.
I'm happy that they are coming back to school. Yeah, because being at home for long is
I'm sure from Congo Lele, I can tell from the accent.
stressful for the children. They were happy to come back, and the fact that makes us feel a lot more confident.
Let's show another school. Katilo show another school. Let's go and look at another school. Once again, this is koikimedia Live. Language learning is still in decline in England schools. This was 2020. Language. Right. Primary and early year assessment. Let's see. Primary school, the British School of Brussels. No, I love Brussels. Pupils return to school across England. More than half of the school forced to increase class sizes. Some 930 primary school classes are 36 pupils. So I'm not complaining. With
the sunlight seeping through the aluminium.
Unbelievable.
A place not to conducive for learning. Not
UAE classroom. UAE classrooms for students. Back to school experience for United Arab Emirates. Schools in UAE, a microcosm of the world. I do not own the copyright. And I hope it plays. So this is a classroom in the United Arab Emirates. Erotically, United Arab Emirates buys gold láti Ọ̀ṣun láti fi make sure pé classroom àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n wà okay compare sí yours. So let's look at the two. This is UAE. Let's watch it a little bit.
In each November, we celebrate the International Day of Tolerance. This is the reason why I came to this school, to understand more about tolerance in the early stages of life. In this school, kids from more than 90 nationalities, they study together. Of course, they learn from the books, but also they learn from their colleagues. This is the reason why we united them in this library to understand their perspectives on diversity. So let's hear them. In one word, what do we need for peace?
Tolerance, love, reflection, understanding, acceptance. Fight climate change.
We're just going to talk today about tolerance, and I want to understand your perspective on tolerance and diversity. What do you feel when you hear like this word diversity, tolerance? What does it mean for you?
So like in Canada, we're all...
I want us to also ask the question, is Nigeria tolerant to all Nigerians? The country itself, the whole country, that green, white, green, show what tolerance is. Can you come out today and defend Nigeria that is tolerant? Where we saw in that shithole, Port Harcourt yesterday, where a young man, I believe probably with his girlfriend and wife, was being harassed by a crazy policeman. Is that a country? I'm sure everybody saw the video yesterday. Let's bring that video up again. Okay, what that he covered. Let's ó kọ́kọ́ fún nígbà tí ẹyọ kan ṣé eléyìí wà tọ́lọ́pàá ìwà tolerant pẹ̀lú I mean this is a citizen of Nigeria. This guy is a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but ẹ wo bí wọ́n ṣe abuse ẹ̀. Even if he's a criminal, ṣé bó ti jẹ́ kó rí ni ẹ wòran. Ó kọ́kọ́ gbalẹ̀ ẹ̀kan sí lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó tún fún nígbà tí pé ó gbẹ ìgbà lọ́wọ́ mi. And they are speaking the same language. I'm not sure that this ọlọ́pàá is a Fulani or Hausa. This is meant to be his brother. But the only difference is ó gbé bọ̀dání. And that uniform itself looks like pot belly. Ẹ wo bó ṣe rí. Tolerance in Nigeria, which 200 million people cannot sing national anthem. And tabare sọ fún ìtẹ̀ wọ́n lé àwa lè ranjú mọ́. Ẹ wo ìtàn sọ ní school wọn ní Dubai. And the same Dubai is buying gold from us. And the same Osun State, ẹ wo bó ṣe rí.
Too much of the blackboard is left. Teachers make use of every part of the world to teach the children.
Machine. Example 2190 TU addition. Sure. We open the phone line in 2 minutes. We're going to open the phone line. The program is not going to go up to 3 hours, I can assure us. So in 2 minutes from now, we'll take your calls. And then at exactly 3 o'clock precisely, we will end the live transmission. Once again, the topic today is UK as halt recruitment of the healthcare workers from Nigeria. Yoruba people must gain this war. Ti gain ayé yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún. Ẹ fọ̀run sílẹ̀ náà ká kọ́kọ́ rí ayé gbé. Ṣáyé làwọn eléyìí gbé. Tí rí ayé gbé ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé tá bá kú tá bá lọ sọ́run. Ó ti mọ ìwọ tí ìdọ́run lé ó lọ kábọ̀. Ṣé wọ́n lọ kábọ̀? A lot of our people, mo kẹ́hìn tẹ́wà lórí Mixlr once again, few comments coming from there. Comrade Plan B sọ pé Baba Adebanjo is one of those that don't overchop. Okay. It is time we take the future in our hands. Allow Baba, and many Nigerians are told, don't understand you because they lick the ass of the political elite. And that's the problem. Then Yawa Esther, mad people all over the place. Because the band small politicians here, táwọn sọ fún yín pé ká fi sí ẹ má dáhùn lóhùn a máa fix Nàìjíríà tó gbogbo wọn wá dàgbà tó yọ port belly tán wá tó bá wà Nàìjíríà àbí tó wà lábroad. But in the long run, iṣẹ́ kò sí o. Nínú ọdún yìí, èmi ò sọ 2024 o, nínú ọdún yìí o, ẹ lè ríṣẹ́. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa jẹra yín lẹ́sẹ̀ ni. Ẹ lè ríṣẹ́. Kò ń ṣèpè. Because the country, Olaolori, this place looks like Ìpẹ́rídò area of Ìjẹ̀ṣà land. Yeah, Ìjẹ̀ṣà náà ni, Ọ̀ṣun state. Video tá à ń play that time. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, free to take, only we read gbogbo wọn. You can't fight for them. But fúlà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sí báyìí. Mo kí dáadáa ìyàwó. I mean, ẹ wo ìyàwó Alájà Sherifa. Ìyá mi gbé mi lékè. Mo ní bí ẹ busy there. Grandma ń kọ́. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mi. Ẹ wo, no, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wo lẹ́yìn bó ṣe green pa kò sí. Ẹ wá wo àwọn ọgẹ ọ̀pẹ yẹn. Ẹ wo bó ṣe wà lẹ́yìn. The only thing kan ni pé kò sí standard of living. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́ fídíò Dubai yẹn díẹ̀ nígbà tí bá ti ṣe fídíò mi máa ń fẹ́ lò púpọ̀. Let's watch this.
Canadian, not many are American. We don't come from a
This is 13 years old, almost 13 years old, grade 8.
world we're all in one place, but here it's completely diverse. Everyone's different. Everybody has their own culture.
Everybody has their own culture. Yoruba people has their own culture. Igbo people has their own culture, and that is why they are saying, I'm not going to use too much of that video. It doesn't belong to us, so it's not worth making use of it. We can play this one again, and then I'm going to play Simon Ekpa, a bit of his State of the Nation address yesterday to the Biafra people as the first Prime Minister of the Biafra from exile. Let's take this call first, and then after this call, we're gonna go straight and listen to Simon Ekpa for about 2 minutes. Hello, caller. Ekpa was ready. Hello, sir.
Hello, Koiki.
Yes, sir.
Báwo ni?
Àlàáfíà.
Pẹ̀lẹ́ kú iṣẹ́.
Àwa ni, yes, sir.
Kò pẹ́ tí mo ṣe join ní program ẹni mo ṣe kò tí ju bí 20 minutes ago. Mo ṣe ń wò lọ́wọ́.
Okay.
Sórí o sọ kíní kan nípa citizen. Kíní fídíò clip tó show tí ọlọ́pàá tó fi ń na fọmọwọ́ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Òun sọ kíní kan oní citizen.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Point of correction. There is no citizen in Nigeria.
Okay.
Kò sí citizen. Tó bá jẹ́ citizen ìbọ̀bọ̀ yẹn. Ọlọ́pàá ò ní tu ẹ̀gbẹ́ yẹn. Because tó bá jẹ́ citizen ni ó mọ̀ pé tó ń bá treat ẹ̀ just anyhow. You will be held responsible for action ẹ̀. Action tó bá. When you are talking about citizen, irú bí tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn ọmọ wọn náà pè ní citizen tàbí irú Amẹ́ríkà tó jẹ́ pé they are citizen. Understand? Tó yẹ pé tọ́ka bàbá ṣe anything tó ń bọ̀ sí citizen, they will be held responsible. Kò sí citizen, indigene ni kì í ṣe citizen. Kì í ṣe citizen lélẹ̀. Ṣé o gbọ́ mi?
Àgbọ́yé sà.
Jọ má gbé àwọn ọmọ má gbé anybody ní citizen Naija mọ́ jọ.
Okay, ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe gan indigene. Thank you so much. Okay.
Ṣé àwọn ọlọ́pàá British ṣe treat àwọn ọmọ wọn lélẹ́yìn?
Kò possible láíláí.
Police ọlọ́pàá US kò lè treat àwọn citizen lélẹ́yìn. Ṣọ́ra kò sí citizen ò kì í ṣe citizen. Indigene lásán ni. Ṣọ́ra sáà.
Àgbọ́yé sà.
Sórí nípa ti bàbá Adébánjọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ṣọ́ra sáà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì láti wà lẹ́yìn nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu. Bàbá Adébánjọ contribute. Tinubu wà lára àwọn tó sọ̀kọ́ Tinubu ní 1999.
Ẹ̀bí wọ́n rò pé yàn gidi ni wọ́n lè rò pé yàn gidi ni àbí kí la máa sọ.
Ṣọ́ra sáà bẹ̀yẹ̀ fún ọgbà. Kí ni àwọn bàbá Adébánjọ gbogbo eléyìí gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ sí tá a wà nípa àrọ̀ Tinubu wọ́n wà lára wọ́n contribute. Wọ́n lè sọ pé wọ́n contribute. Sórí ká má gbàgbé kinní kan, sórí àwọn bàbá yìí, wọ́n ti sórí àwọn ọmọ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ wọn ti wà òkè. Ifun àwọn ọmọ wọn ti wà òkè. Ṣọlá sábẹ̀ yẹn nígbà ìyá jẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ló ti wà successful. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó kù pọ̀ yìí. That is the reason that ọ̀pọ̀ ti Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà ó lè máa ṣe pé nìkan ṣọlá because àwọn ọmọ wọn ti wà òkè. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn ti wà òkè. Ṣọlá sábẹ̀ yẹn that tó jẹ́ pé àwọn bàbá yìí tó ń still support wọn Nàìjíríà to be honest with you. Àwọn ọmọ gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀sì tá a wọ tí Nàìjíríà wà dé àwọn ọmọ kò affect àwọn ọmọ wọn kò affect àwọn ọmọ náà. Ṣọlá sáà àti ká tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé Ahmed Dantí Ahmed wípé nípa ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹn wípé ó yẹ kó ṣàjẹ́ fún kíní kan tó pè ní Francis. Ṣọlá sáà wọn lè jẹ́ nípa tẹ̀lé ọ̀rẹ́ Tinubu ni ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n náà lọ́gbẹ́rẹ́ sí jù. Gbogbo nìkan tí àwọn APC ṣe nígbà election gbogbo tí ojú ẹ̀rọ ń ṣe tí gbogbo wọn ṣe tó ń tẹ́tí àwọn òṣèlú orí yẹn ni ṣé ó sọ nípa ẹ̀ lórí àwọn bàbá wọ̀nyí gan àwọn gan contribute sí gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ sì tá a wà àwọn tó ń pè ní Yorùbá elders Yorùbá elite wọ́n contribute sí gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ sì tá a wà lẹ́yìn. Wọ́n sọ fún àwọn pípò sí gbogbo àwọn wọ́n ti train eléyìí tó jẹ́ pé àwọn àlùwọ̀ eléyìí tó jẹ́ dọ́tọ̀ wà lọ àwọn ọmọ wọn bá.
Sẹ́wọ̀n pé mo mọ̀ pé ọmọ Wọlé Ṣóyínká ó ṣe commissioner Ogun State health commissioner.
Thank you very much. Ní ọ̀kùnrin Olúfàlàyé I could remember nígbà kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ nígbà bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ó ṣe commissioner. Ọmọ ìyẹn wà lára ẹgbẹ́ tó ní plane crash pẹ̀lú àgàbù gbà yẹn nígbà tó fẹ́ lọ sí àgàbù ọmọ Olúfàlàyé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn pápátá ló máa ń wà nínú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gbogbo wọn pápátá ni. Jọ̀dá sábẹ̀ láti ìdírísí díẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ̀ tó wọ́n fi ní ẹnu ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa sọ pé wọ́n mọ Nàìjíríà tó wọ́n fi support Yoruba Nation. That is the one reason tó wọ́n fi support yẹ because àwọn ọmọ wọn jẹ̀yà mọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn ló ti wà pa. Wọ́n bá ṣe wá ní western world wọ́n wá ń tọ́ àwọn ọmọkùnrin yàn àwọn ọmọ wọn wá sí wá bẹ́ẹ̀ wá struggle rárá. Wá sí western world láti wá struggle gbogbo àwọn ló ti wà pa dọ́kọ̀ wà ní wọn engineer wà ní wọn lọ́ọ̀yà wà ní wọn.
Wọ́n ti wà well trained. Wọ́n ti fix wọn sínú system.
Tó ìsìn support wọn Nàìjíríà. Àwọn bàbá yẹn ìkà ni wọ́n.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir, thank you daddy. Ọ̀dà indigene ni wọ́n. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thanks for that. Ọ̀dà thank you so much. Mo kí first caller wa èyí náà ti ní opportunity. You can come and disagree with my views, my utterances. You have the right. You kì í ṣe Sani Abacha. You can call in. But as long as tẹ́ bá ti ní bú Ìgbòho ẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bú Bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ lè bú èmi o but àwọn méjèèjì ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ wá síbẹ̀ kẹ́ wá bú wọn. Before we do that quickly ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ the first State of the Union address by Simon Ekpa yesterday. Let's listen to it.
And in Nigeria. And the comment of the United Nations election observers has confirmed this particular edge of Rwanda in Nigeria. So, in the coming weeks, the Biafra government in exile will effectively communicate with the United Nations General Assembly and other bodies that we believe needed to be communicated. Finally, Nigeria has violated its own law of secular state by allowing Muslim ticket and went further to elect them. It is an invitation to declaration of Biafra Republic, which will be done very soon. However, we will take it step by step, one step at a time. For this reason, Nigeria must make preparation to exclude Biafra territory from a region where Muslim president and the Muslim vice president will be sworn in on the 29th of May 2023. We will become, when they become their leaders, those people that will be sworn in as Muslim vice president and Muslim president will not be validated and recognized within Biafra territory. It will be resisted in Biafra simultaneously as we will engage every presence of the Nigeria state in Biafra land in self-defense. The actions that the Biafra people will be taking in the coming days will be geared at releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently being illegally detained by the Nigeria state after he was being kidnapped from Kenya and returned to Nigeria. They have also violated the treaty they signed with the United Nations by not honoring the call. United Nations Working Committee, Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, the call and giving ultimatum to the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. This particular call and the treaty has been violated with impunity. In the coming days, like I said, our activities will be geared at releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all costs. At all costs. The Nigeria state, in the case of the repeat.
So that is the State of the Nation address by Simon Ekpa, the first Prime Minister of the Biafra. As you can see there, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and we will continue to give an update. Once again, if you're making video attack in Biafra land, use English language, please. Of what use this video if the world can't understand you, Mr. Reporter. As there's a lot of genocide continue to go on, let me explain something to my own audience and our listeners. Our target Yoruba, Edeka Fiti Baba, Ayode Banjosile, Elisha, so Konshepe, Pema Gbadra Marisha is a waste of time. I want to briefly let us look at these Houthi movements, just briefly. These all started just after Bubu Wahala. There's always a tone of problem. Tomatin Joko, Okondroko exploding. Everybody knows that. Every part of the world, there's just something. I mean, we're going to be getting a UK alert. For the first time, living in this country in 24 years, my phone alert system to my phone automatically. Emergency alert is coming to UK. If you are not aware, I am telling you again, this is coming up within the next couple of days. Let's listen to this man first. Maybe he has some. So date and time is set. So problem Timanwa is just waiting for the fire to be ignited. We pray that there's not going to be fire in Nigeria, but the way the Nigerian government is not listening to people, then the chances of that is not coming up. But you can see there, in the UK, they're preparing your mind on the 23rd of April, not just Sunday. We will be testing, I'm talking about the UK government, we will be testing our new emergency alert system, and you will get an alert like this on your mobile phone. You do not need to take any action. So in case that's about that. Now, let's talk about the Houthi. The Houthi movement, officially called Ansar Allah, and they colloquially simply Houthis. There is an Islamic political armed movement that emerged from Sabah. The government in the North Yemen in the 90s. The Houthi movement is predominantly Said Shia force, whose leadership is drawn largely from the Houthi tribe. Okay, so at least I've given a background of these people. But something took place that has now become one of the most longest, but not longest, but one of the most atrocity that we are witnessing in 2020, in 21st century. African Confidential Society, welcome to the program. Warish, you know the society as well. And one is Samson Adekunle, thank you very much, sir, for saying the right thing. Well, we're trying our best to always say the right thing. We might not be perfect, but one thing is, this platform is standing firm with Oloyegbowo, standing firm with Babakitoye, standing firm with those that believe in the right to self-determination, standing firm with all the comrades that have died. So if anybody say, Koiki, why are you doing this? This is what I want to do. I have served the UK government for 20-something years, working back to back. So if I'm still giving my time, energy towards educating and believe in my heart that the Yoruba people will be free, but all the wrangling don't learn into Nigeria, oh my trigger. It might not literally mean even the Biafra or the Yoruba. Something will trigger because Nigeria is sitting on the keg of a time bomb. So the Houthi, just as any other movement, the Houthis aim to govern the whole of Yemen, and the external anti-imperialist movement against the United States, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. You can see the underline there. They don't believe in the United States, neither do they believe in Israel or Saudi Arabia. They have launched repeat missile and drone attack against the Saudi cities. The conflict is widely seen as a proxy war between Saudi Arabia and Iran. So, gbogbo ogun tó ń jà láyé lọ́wọ́ nísìnyí náà, even the fight between Russia and Ukraine, everybody knows that it is not Ukraine that is fighting. We are not saying that the humanity aspect of it, we're not concerned, but everybody knows that ìjà tó ń jà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ between Russia and Ukraine is between Russia and America. America àti Russia ló ń jà. Mo kí bàbá wa Michael Coker, mo kí gbogbo ìta America tí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń jí wọnú ètò. So, and Kehinde Omoka, I cite my brother on Instagram, welcome to the program, So what I'm trying to explain to us is, the situation of Nigeria as well, if care is not taken, because we know already that whatever is going to happen in Nigeria, Nigerian government backing, Nigerian government will always get a backing, especially from their Muslim brothers, because evidence has pointed that they are pushing Nigeria towards an Islamic country. Evidence is there. Everybody has talked about it. Whether I play a video of it or not, whether we talk about it, in a large scale, it's not in hiding. Because evidence níbẹ̀ ni what create Sharia state nínú Nigeria. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà create ìṣẹ̀ṣe ká máa sọ pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe la fẹ́ máa lò láti máa fi ṣe òfin wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. More than enough state ní north Sharia ló ń lò. Ẹ wá ní kò sí evidence níbẹ̀. Evidence is there. But because we are living in denial, especially àwọn elites wa, wọ́n ṣe bí ìgbà tẹ́ pé gbogbo táwọn sọ pé bí ìgbà tẹ́ pé tí mo sọ yìí inú space ni mo ti ń sọ. Gbogbo tí mo sọ evidence wà níbẹ̀ náà ṣe bí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló ń pè fún nígbà míì náà lórí àwọn networking ní Nàìjíríà. Ṣé mo parọ́ ni? I mean, ní north nísìn àti alcohol is a problem. But tó bá fẹ́ gbowó alcohol lórí tax tó ń bọ̀ ní Lagos State kò sí problem. And we are meant to live in one country. I think I'm going to do a full program on that so that màá tún jẹ́ kí ẹ kó wà on record. Because how can state tó control Sharia? So tí bá fẹ́ lọ ṣí bí apalọ̀ sí Kano nísìn kò likely pé màá lè ṣí. But apart from that, nǹkan kan ló máa ṣẹ́rí undertone nǹkan kan tó ti wà nílẹ̀. Ó kàn nídìí ẹ mọ̀ pé tí gáàsì bá rùn nínú ilé, the first thing you do is you shut the gas. The main ibi tí gáàsì ń gbà wọlé yẹn. But ní Nàìjíríà, gáàsì tó ń rùn nísìn, ó kàn dúró de ìṣáná. Ìṣáná kan péré ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Because bàbá yìí sọ fún wa, which we listen to now. Ó ní wọ́n fẹ́ Islamize Nàìjíríà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó sọ.
It's not about sentiments. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram.
So, àwọn wo ló fẹ́ Islamize Nigeria? Is it going to happen in our lifetime? if we continue to live in Nigeria, or is it just going to be koikina koleshele? Okay, Muslim ticket. Moturita or not, it is okay. I will first Senate. They are already fighting for the Senate position. So there's tendency that you will have a Muslim president, a Muslim vice president, and a Muslim senator. And we are meant to live together in one country. So I'm going to move away from that, our comrade there, come back here. So the reason why I'm bringing this Orohuti into it now, there is now a lot of fight. It is going on, and it seems it's not ending. And let me take off the movement. Let me just put. So what do we know? The Houthi insurgency in Yemen, they've been fighting, but as we speak right now, they are now trying to have what they call a discussion. Let's look at what BBC says, even though we know that they might not be balanced, but let's just for argument's sake. Yemen, why is the war there more violent? Kí ló ń fa ogun yẹn tó fi wà violent? À ń sọ pé àfi jẹ́ kí ogun bẹ́ sí Nàìjíríà, but Nigerian government itself is pushing towards not to listen to people. Whether it's Nigerians, whether it's the Yoruba people, whether it's the Biafra people, there are some other indigenous people, the Middle Belt. There are so many that are asking that negligence wà nínú ìlú yìí, ẹ ṣe òtítọ́ ò sí nínú ìlú yìí mọ́. And when we look at what they are saying there, according to the BBC, and this article was first put out on the 22nd of March 2022, which is a year ago. The civil war, ogun gidi ló ń jà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. The civil war in Yemen, one of the Arab world poorest country, has grown even more violent since the start of this year. The Saudi-led coalition backing the country's official government has spent 7 years fighting a rebel group called the Houthis. Ọdún méje ló ti ń jagun yẹn, wọ́n ti rogun yẹn, wọ́n ti lè bu wọn mọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ mọ nǹkan táwọn Houthi ṣe, they've been able to hijack the city. Ó dàbí bàtà bá ní báwa ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation nísìn, káwa gba Lagos mọ́ federal government lọ́wọ́, kí federal government máa bomb Lagos state, but pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àfi Lagos sílẹ̀. That is exactly what is happening presently in Yemen, because the Houthi San area, àwọn control city yẹn. Where do they control? Ìjà, but as we speak right now, there is a mediation thing that is going on, presently. Houthis have gained control. The Houthis have gained control of most of the northern part of Yemen's territory since 2015. Kí ló fà tí 2015 yẹn fi di pé 2015 ni wọ́n lọ́kẹ̀ tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí control Arab Spring tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Ẹ̀nà ti Arab Spring. Ìtọ́ kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé wọ́n kọ́kọ́ overthrow ní president palace wọ́n ya wọbẹ̀. Ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé bí Nàìjíríà ò bá farabalẹ̀ kó jẹ́ kí ká jókòó sórí round table ká yanjú kínní ní ọmọlúàbí, tó bá di nǹkan bíi ọdún méje a lè má rojú tu gbogbo situation of things, but kò ní sí Nàìjíríà mọ́. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàbí mọ́ bíi ti tẹ́lẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ lè ṣẹlẹ̀ anytime. It's just that gáàsì tó ń rùn nínú Nàìjíríà ó fẹ́ explode. Ṣé mo bá àwọn house zakizaki sí wa ń bẹ̀? So there's a lot of tension in Nigeria as we speak right now. A lot of tension. Tension yẹn ó ń build, ó ń bubble up. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ explode. Let's go back. The Houthis have gained control of most of the northern part of the Yemen territory since 2015 and have been resisting the Saudi Arabia-led intervention in support of the US as well, because US back Saudi Arabia. Because wọ́n believe pé Iran ló sponsor àwọn Houthis led intervention in Yemen that claims to seek to restore the international recognized Yemeni government to power. So let's see if we can get some videos. Like I said, ìjà gidi ló ń lọ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Why did the Houthis attack the UAE? No, that's not what I mean. Who are Yemenis Houthis? Okay, bí a ká gbọ́ láti arákùnrin. I had some videos ready that I wanted to use from Al Jazeera. Mani láti lọ kí lélẹ́yìí kẹ̀. Sometimes you just click on some of those links, you know. Ọlọ́run ló ní kí àwọn ní àǹtí. I want to see if ara ọ̀rọ̀ kù ara ọ̀rẹ́ díẹ̀ ohun ọ̀rọ̀ ìjà tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ níbẹ̀. Houthis attack the Yemen. Àwọn náà ní epo gan, wọ́n ní crude oil gan. So I'm sure you can now tell why all this is happening. Ibi tẹ́pọ̀ bá ti wà problem. Let's fast forward this. I do not own the copyright of this video. Advert. Once again, this is KOKORO Live. كان
في قمة التواضع والبساطة والذكاء أيضا وروح التسامح. هذه الخلطة العجيبة في شخصيته.
I'm sure even if we saw one translator, and I hope you can all see the translation coming out of the the broadcast. I'm trying to get another video that reflect to the current state of things. But like I said to you, what was new man? There come delegation between all the parties. So, báwa náà bá jà títí náà, a sì máa padà sí round table. Then why do we need to fight? Kí ló dé tí federal government ò ṣe wá wá sí round table nísìn? Pẹ̀lú Biafra àtàwọn tó agitate in different other parts of the country. Tí wọ́n bá allow ẹ̀, tí kìíní ẹ̀ bá blow, at the end of the day, 7 years from today, ogun lè máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà. Kò ní sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́. Ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
الناس من خلال تكريمه لبعض الوسطاء لبعض الموظفين الصغار الذين يحترمون عملهم.
While Yemen has never been as prosperous as its Gulf neighbors, it does occupy an important strategic position at the mouth of the Red Sea. Historically, Yemen had been ruled by and divided between the Ottoman and British empires. The North declared independence in 1962, and the South in...
You see? The North declared independent in 1962, just 2 years after our North by independent. So there's always been tension around the world. The North declared independent in 1962. Láti 1962 kò tí sálàáfíà níbẹ̀ yẹn. But as I speak to us today, I think I have that video. I just played it on my other system here. So I go to our story history. Let's see. This is the current situation. Láti 1962, ìjà yẹn kick off. Ẹ̀rántí gbogbo ẹ̀rántí Arab Spring. It was the Arab Spring that eventually led to the push of the Houthis into that Sana area. So it's like pé kí Lagos State kó jẹ́ pé Yoruba Nation ló ń control Lagos State while the federal government is trying to take it back from us. Let's play this now. So these are the delegation. The Oman delegation arrived in Yemen capital as part of the international effort. Tíjà ọba bẹ́lẹ̀ international community ò dá sọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ conflict kankan. Ó dìgbà tí gbàgbọ́s bá ṣẹlẹ̀, international community knows that it's going to create a lot of problems. But 8 years ló ti ń gbà sí fúnra wọn ní Yemen. 8 good years. But now as I speak to you, Omani envoys arrived in Yemen to negotiate a permanent ceasefire between the government and the Houthi forces. And this is still going on as I speak to you right now. These are the delegation, and this is not what we want. We want a proper conversation between the federal government to let us decide whether we want to be part of Nigeria or not. And then we can go. Why do we need to fight for 8 years? When we can deliberate and go now. But then eventually something will lead to something and the country goes into flame. And at the end of the day, people will die, but there will not be any Nigeria anymore. Nobody wants such a situation. Ìyẹn làwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń bèrè pé ẹran tí pé Délé Momodu ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Nnamdi Kanu pé ṣé o ṣọ́ pé kìíní yóò ní dogun kí ló fẹ́ dogun tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá ti gbàgbọ́ yé but àwọn èèyàn gbàgbọ́ yé ẹni yà ń jẹ yín lọ́sùn state but gold yín nísìn ó ń kúrò lọ́sùn state ó ń lọ sí Dubai ó ń lọ sí Switzerland ìyá dẹ̀ ń jẹ yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé káwa gbogbo àjọ wà nínú system yẹn so tẹ́yìn bá accept pẹ̀pẹ́ APC nítorí pé ẹ̀tẹ̀ understand meaning APC wọ́n kàn ń ṣe politics àtẹ̀bàtà màmá tó ń ṣe let's stop the whole system let's hunt it down and then let us ask questions then eventually something is going to lead to something. 8 years làwọn lè ti ń jagun yẹn ayé dẹ̀ ń lọ níbẹ̀, but definitely humanitarian crisis wà. So tíjà bá bẹ́lẹ̀ Nàìjíríà náà, it could last 8 years, it might not last 8 years, I don't know. It depends on how quickly they're going to resolve the problem. But àwọn American back in Saudi Arabia, àwọn Iran náà dem back in àwọn Houthis, so ìjà yẹn lọ títí eventually wọ́n realize pé Saudi rò pé òun lè máa fi bọ́ǹbù máa fi blow wọn nísàlẹ̀, but eventually wọ́n lè gbà what he tried for 8 years. Government yẹn ò lè padà sí city. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, for ó dàbí pé kó gba Abuja nísìn, ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn terrorists yẹn fẹ́ gba Abuja ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ America tó intervene. Ẹ rántí ní last year tí America ò bá tètè bá wọn dá sí, terrorists yẹn máa ti gba Abuja mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Ẹ bá máa bọ́ǹbù Abuja lójoojúmọ́, wọ́n sì máa hold Abuja o. That was part of what they want to do. Yẹn la ṣe sọ pé sódì ìgbà tó bá hijack government mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, tó bá di pé tó bá hijack government mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, wọ́n máa lé Tinubu dànù ni. Ìgbà mélòó la máa fi lé Tinubu dànù? Wọ́n máa lé gbogbo àwọn gómìnà yín dànù, èyí tó bá fẹ́ lọ wá fìbọn fọ́ lórí dànù. Ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé the current spark of situation tó wà Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn, ẹ má wọ àwọn military olórí burúkú yẹn o, kàbá burúkú ni gbogbo wọn bó ṣe wà yẹn, wọ́n ń bá international community ṣiṣẹ́. Gbogbo ìtàn sọ pé yẹn nígbàjọba tó bá gbàjọba tó kí international community fi ṣe, they can't do anything. They can't do anything. I won't be surprised tó bá yẹ pé international community náà kò ló máa fund this coup tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀. A dẹ̀ ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé Nigeria is not going to work. It's never work. It's not going to work. So the bàtà táwọn náà bá jà títí 8 good years. Let's listen to this and I'll come back again. Aside to my brother Clement for joining us, I'll greet you properly in a minute.
مطالبنا العاجلة هي وقف العدوان بشكل كامل، رفع الحصار بشكل كامل وتام، صرف مرتبات.
And they also have their own demand. Ẹ sanwó gbogbo àwọn salary, ẹ ṣí blockade kẹjẹ kí oúnjẹ wọnú kẹjẹ kí medical wọlé. If not, ìjà máa lọ ni. But the government does not. And if we go back to the history, ẹ gbọ́ pé ní ìbàlẹ̀ nǹkan, let's listen a little bit more from here kì máa ti kúrò ní orí ẹ̀. Because if you láti máa understand the ṣẹ́rí every problem tá à ń rí tó ń jáde láyé lẹ́nu nísìn kò ń ṣe ní lára problem yẹn àwọn táwọn òyìnbó lórí burúkú ti dálẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe ń tojú bọlé náà ń tojú bọlé káàkiri, whether it's the British, whether it's the Portuguese, whether it's the Spain, whether it's the Argentina, gbogbo wọn bó ṣe dá wàhálà káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé nìyẹn. And eventually today there is no peace in the world. Kò lè sí peace. So tí bá fi sórí tí bá fi sí comment section tí bá ní post sórí comment Facebook ni wọ́n ní no peace in Nigeria, ọ̀dẹ̀ kan máa ní bí ṣe máa sọ pé kò ní sí peace. Ṣé peace máa wà ní Nigeria gbádùn? Ọ̀dẹ̀ idiot.
هذه الحلقة العجيبة في شخصيته تجسدت في سلوكياته اليومية مع الناس من خلال تكريمه لبعض الوسطاء، لبعض الموظفين الصغار الذين يحترمون عملهم.
While Yemen has never been as prosperous as its Gulf neighbors, it does occupy an important strategic position at the mouth of the Red Sea. Historically, Yemen had been ruled by and divided between the Ottoman and British empires. The North declared independence in 1962 and the South in 1967. 3 years later, South Yemen would become the only Marxist country in the region, allying itself with the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, Ibrahim al-Hamdi was becoming a rising star of Yemeni politics. In 1972, he was transferred from a mid-ranking military role to become Deputy Prime Minister, and later that same year, Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. 2 years later, al-Hamdi emerged as the figurehead of the self-proclaimed corrective movement, a manifesto for an imminent coup d'etat.
al-Hamdi حينما انتقل إلى الحكومة.
We don't need to go into too much of the history. You can go on the Al Jazeera. I can post that later. So this is the group coming into Oman for this discussion. Clement says 7 years care is too long. In less than 1 year, war break. In less than 1 year, if war will break out from all regions in Nigeria. Sick, old, and inept Tinubu can't help the situation but make it worse. Definitely. I don't see that we can last for 7 years before they break everybody. But why do we need to fight? But the federal government is not listening to anybody. So tendency I cannot learn say, where are we going? There is no peace in the house again. Everyone on his own doing rubbish for wealth. And with Embasoro. Ṣé Nigeria l'Embasoro ni àbí àwa? Ẹ bá mi tún comment dáadáa torí comment yẹn kò yé mi. And everybody is doing their own for wealth. Ṣé Nigerian government àbí àwọn politician? I hope you are not referencing to somebody like us or IGBOHO or Baba Akintoye, because we can tell from the undertone of the message. Because we say, where are we going? I want where are we going? So eba me the mistaken. I'm talking to Colonel Lawrence. Why on she platform that one buyon? Abu anybody live by. I'm a phone pata ni. Ma wan sile ni o.
والغاز لكل الموظفين اليمنيين كذلك خروج القوات
ṣe platform àṣírí ńlá o. Platform that is education tí orí àwọn èèyàn pé bí a máa jagun bí a ní jagun ẹni fẹ́ gbàgbé ìlú ló wáyé sí láti gbà yẹn 1962 làwọn ilé tí ń jàbọ̀ gbogbo wàhálà táwọn olórí burúkú òyìnbó dá sí gbogbo àgbáyé náà ni 1962 wọ̀ tí solution ò tí jáde nínú gíní lẹ́yìn wọn sọ pé ti gba country lọ́nparọ́ oríṣiríṣi ẹ má bínú ẹjẹ́ sáré tan Instagram yẹn padà ó ti kú for 4 hours àti ṣe 4 hours nìyẹn so mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
الأجنبية من اليمن التعويض وإعادة الإعمار. بهذه الجولة لقاءاتنا مع القيادة سبيل النجاح
Very talk ló ń lọ yẹn bó ṣe máa wá pẹ̀lú Yorùbá níyàn àti Igbo àti federal government wọ́n máa padà bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí rántébù yẹn lọ́lẹ̀ pa kò tí ì dojú kókó ni ẹ̀rí náà nísìn Saudi tó fi báwọn ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ló ń bá wọn jókòó nísìn. After 7 years of rift to restore their diplomatic ties after 7 years ẹni máa kó náà wò náà nígbà míì ẹni máa kó pàdé ẹni máa pa ni ìlú òṣì àwọn ọmọ nílẹ̀ ló ń bára wọn jà wọ́n ti da gbogbo kan rú lójoojú ìlú jágbajàgba ìlú wèrè ìlú nọ́nsẹ́ǹsì. a kò ní àbíọ́ òun náà mo ṣe ń bí ẹni kòkó ó ṣe ẹni ẹ ṣe pé pé òun kan tí mò ń sọ tí kò bá ṣe mi là ń bá wí ẹ táìpẹ̀ padà náà tó bá dẹ̀ pé àwa lẹ̀ ń bá wí ni ká mọ̀ ká lè mọ̀ pé látàwọn mo tẹ̀fẹ́ fún wọn ní opportunity láti dárúkọ rárá lè ní pẹ̀lú táìmù bá tútù wà máa fún wọn ní jẹ́ yíyá yóò ṣe àṣírí ńlá platform wọ́n ti sọ pé no ẹ ṣe gan ni ìfẹ́ mọ̀ nìyẹn because a lè jókòó síbẹ̀ fún 4 hours àwọn jókòó 6 hours kàkẹ́bà ẹ máa mú kọ̀ọ̀kan jáde kúrò nínú platform yìí kódà bó jókòó 3 minutes wà á mú kọ̀ọ̀kan kúrò because within that 3 minutes mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ní sense tó bá dẹ̀ ní sense lọ máa wo porn movie kò gbé sórí Google wá jáde fún ẹ porn pọ̀ lórí Twitter náà tó bá mọ bó ṣe máa wá so kí ni mo fẹ́ fàyọ̀ ńbẹ̀ ni pé a gbàdúrà pé ká dé stage but tó bá dé stage kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe kò sí ṣe rí ogun ọ̀kín bí kan re ẹ forget ẹ mo tún fẹ́ òbí mo tún lè rí another video wọn mo fẹ́ ẹjẹ́ n play lè sí díẹ̀ ìjà rẹpẹtẹ ní but advantage rí ẹwùrán nísìn so kí wá ló dé tí Saudi ò jẹ́ kó jókòó kọjọ sọ̀rọ̀ in the last 7 years kí ló dé tí wọ́n jọ jókòó kọjọ sọ̀rọ̀ tó fi wá di pé wọ́n ṣe wà ń try láti settle problem nísìn so kí ló dé why is it that ó dìgbà tí wàhálà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ I have another video yorùbá máa fẹ́ play àwọn video yẹn ní back nígbà kí tó play jáde so I need láti gbọ́ history yẹn mọ́ àti understand history yẹn a little bit so ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí ẹ jẹ́ ká wo bíbá yẹn nísìn kò ogun ọ̀kí ń bí nǹkan re èmi náà mọ̀ pé tó kún bá bẹ́lẹ̀ kò ní easy but at the end of the day ìyẹn la ṣe sọ fún government ẹ wo àwọn ọmọ olówó dẹ̀ support wọn èrò táwọn sọ pé àwọn afẹ́ lélẹ̀ so that kógun má bàa ṣẹlẹ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ju bọ́ǹbù náà Saudi náà máa wà careful wọn ò ní ju bọ́ǹbù síbi táwọn èrò bá wà because tó bá ju bọ́ǹbù síbẹ̀ ẹ mọ èèyàn tó máa kú ni millions of people will die so ibi táwọn máa ju bọ́ǹbù sí wọ́n máa ta yes definitely wọ́n lè target ká sọ pé nísìnyí ní Òṣòdì tíjà bá ń lọ pẹ̀lú government wá believe pé nínú building kan nínú Òṣòdì yẹn o ibẹ̀ lẹ́ ń kọ́ ammunition sí látòkè wọ́n lè yin bọ́ǹbù kan ju bọ́ǹbù sínú building yẹn ó máa affect the surrounding yẹn but government Nàìjíríà ò ní gbé fighter jet kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ju bọ́ǹbù sí everywhere nínú tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ yes kò ń ṣe pé ogun ọmọ ní ẹ tó mọ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun kọ́ ló mọ̀ parí àtayébáyé nìyẹn ogun lọ ń jagun lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Ukraine àti Russia mo sọ fún yín ẹ lọ sórí Sun newspaper èmi ò lè post àwọn fídíò yẹn ni because àwọn yẹn ti gbọ́ ti ní good strong subscriber ìjà ń lọ lójoojúmọ́ bọ́ǹbù gidi a dẹ̀ sọ fún government pé look we don't want to get to that stage but every time Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman are living side by side. We Yoruba province be side by side as province. So once again, Mokibubwa, as we are gonna be winding down, definitely. Okay, the thing I should 4 hours. Maybe not take about the program is shut down. Instagram. One wonder we shall take 4 hours a day. The pushing is up to 2 hours 40 minutes. But I calculate 1 hour. Timoshi per Star Radio. So I've already done 4 hours already. So we need you 3 hours long. So we're just 20 minutes away. Moki ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa Kúnlé Ṣítà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí platform Ọlákúnlé tèmi I cite every one of you. So ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. I do not own the copyright. It's for Al Jazeera.
3 years after they took over the capital.
I mean 3 after they took imagine tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa la gba Lagos tàwa ń control port kápẹ́sì lẹ́dùnmarè federal government máa yàgbé sára ni city tí mo wá nìyẹn Sana. 3 years. This video was This video was put on Al Jazeera 5 years ago. Ogun yẹn wọ́n jà ní sẹ́. Ogun bí kan rí tẹ́lẹ̀. But eventually, àwọn tó jagun yẹn nísìn, àwọn náà lọ máa ń ṣèpàdé pẹ̀lú Saudi níbí báyìí. Abẹ́ ríran. So kí ló dé tí federal government ò fi bá wa jókòó kó bá Biafra jókòó? Ṣé ó dìgbà tí àwọn Simon Ekpa bá kó nǹkan bọ́ta? Simon Ekpa òun lélẹ̀ nísìn, òun ni the prime minister wọn in exile. Ó ní wọn fẹ́ jagun Nnamdi Kanu náà wọn fẹ́ jagun but the way it is federal government is not listening ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí gbogbo agbé papọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà fẹ́ Igbo gbogbo ilẹ̀ náà fẹ́ like Igbo àwọn fẹ́ gba Lagos state mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àwọn náà fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ kó dẹ̀ máa lọ nígbà yẹn mo kí bàbá wa gbòógì 1881 mo kí dádì mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin granddaddy wa àwọn kan máa ń jókòó wọn ní Koiki o àwọn láìpẹ́ bọ́ bó ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ bá ń bú èbú má máa bú èbú ṣáà máa ṣe program tiẹ̀ lọ ẹ kò lè má ẹ mọ̀ pé movement ni kò mí pé bọ́ ṣe bí mi nìyẹn movement ò ń ṣe tíyàn máa gbàgbàkúgbà tí bá gbàgbàkúgbà wọ́n máa fi rẹ́kúrẹ́rẹ́ mi lára gbogbo tó ṣe fún mi nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀bẹ anybody dání sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dán máa dán tọ́ pẹ̀lú yín ìgbà tá a gba yẹn ó dẹ̀ ní reason nígbà yẹn because so many messages tó wá ní pé kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ kí n dákẹ́ wọ́n ní kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sọ chápá máa sọ bá sí yín padà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá gbé ìyá kan wá máa gbá sí fún lórí Facebook mi ẹ ti jẹ gbèsè mo sọ fún yín tí bá níta màá gbá sí fún nígbà bọ́ lórí Facebook mi màá fi ta yín bíi toothpick ni èmi ò ní kíni kàn mí pẹ́ láwọn mídíà wọn kíni kàn pẹ́ lọ ìyá gangan ni màá gbá sí fún mo sọ fún ẹ wàá 40 bí ẹ tètè yá block mi o kó dẹ̀ unsubscribe mad people all over the place bó ṣe ń gba country nìyẹn à ń sọ fún yín pé country ò ń ṣe tó easy láti gbà ẹ máa sọ pé ó ti gba country àwọn ní pé kí ni ìyàtọ̀ àwọn ilé ìnísìn láti 2015 kí lẹ wọ́n take advantage of the Arab Spring à ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ká jáde in large protest wọ́n ní Koiki fẹ́ fi gbowó ní àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣé tó tẹ̀ ń gbé ní Italy kan náà ń gbé ní Italy ṣé Italy wá jẹ́ àwọn ìlú yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú ni Italy gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú tí wọ́n ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀gbẹ́ èdè gan tẹ́ bá gbọ́ èdè gan jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ èmi gan wà ní UK gan sẹ̀ wọ́n ń dì pẹ̀lú mi kàmáì ti wà Italy gbogbo àwọn country yẹn they are bloody racist UK gan racist kàmáì ti sọ Italy wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú ni à ń sọ pé ká gbó kíní ká gbé yẹ̀wò ẹ̀ ń parọ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ náà wà lápárọ́ mo dẹ̀ èmi náà fún ilé evidence pé àwọn kan ń jàjàsẹ́ ìjà yẹn máa padà sórí tébù náà ni ẹ̀ náà fẹ́ gbọ́n kan tí mo sọ mo sọ fún yín pé lórí platform ìbíjàbíjà ni tí utterances mi ò bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn go get the hell out of the page mo bẹ anybody kó jókòó sí bíbá ẹ rò pé mi ṣeré ni orí gbogbo yín ò pè à ń sọ nǹkan fún yín ẹ̀ ń sọ ẹ jókòó sílẹ̀ nígbà ìgbà yìí tábà ẹ bá push out ní December ta lock Lagos State bó ṣe máa rí náà nìyẹn ẹ imagine tó bá yẹ pé a ti wà nínú Lagos State títí di wákàtí federal government máa yàgbé sára ni àwọn eléyìí ló ń control city wọn ló ń control wọn pè ní Sana Arab Spring dẹ̀ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Arab Spring kò dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn Tunisia ní Arab Spring ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ èèyàn kan dẹ̀ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ Arab Spring yẹn à ń sọ fún kódà ní táwọn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ gan sẹ̀ ó lè ní ripple effect lọ sọ́nà other African country à ń sọ fún yín pé mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Colitech àwọn máa sọ pé àti gba country ẹwà ìyàwó mi àtẹ̀ máa sọ pé ṣé nínú inú àwọn tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà nìkan ló ti ń gba country ni ṣé bó ṣe ń gba country nìyẹn ni wọ́n ti máa dúró ní ẹni àwọn máa ní àwọn à ń sọ pé bó ṣe ń gba country nìyẹn no bó ṣe ń gbà kọ́ àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ illiterate all over the place mo tẹ̀rọ pé àwọn tó dé diaspora tó ní làákàyè wà láàrin wọn àti ọ̀tẹ̀ ní làákàyè kọ̀ọ̀kan ó ní dá fún gbogbo yín ni mo sọ Koiki ni mò ń jẹ́ ẹ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe kí ni ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé ní Central London gbára wa ní blow ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí inú táwọn ò lọ ẹ rò pé ṣeré pé mo dákẹ́ ní gbogbo bàtà kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí gbogbo sọ̀rọ̀ oníkàlùkù ń kọ sí ẹ mo kàn dákẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ kan nísìnyí mẹ́wàá ni máa kó lé yín lọ́wọ́ máa fi mídíà máa fi destroy yín máa fojú ìyá ẹ̀ máa fi ṣe cartoon ẹ tí rí kankan kékeré lẹ ṣe rí tí mò ń post sórí social media máa fojú ẹ̀ ṣe cartoon máa ní káwọn ọmọ mi máa design so many things máa fi ta yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ní bí Buhari ti máa fi ta yín lórí social media ta kí ní kàn mí pẹ̀lú ìyàwó èrè yín àbẹ́ ìṣirè ẹ̀yìn tó máa rẹ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ní da fún gbogbo yín ìyá mi dẹ̀ ti ní kí ẹ máa ṣépè o inú àwọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ látún wà mark people all over the place ẹ rẹ̀ pé torí pé mo dákẹ́ mo kàn dákẹ́ nígbà yẹn ni messages ń jáde gidi pé kí n dákẹ́ ni bloody illiterate ajókòó pátápátápátá síbẹ̀ à ń sọ nǹkan gidi fáwọn tó wà ní pé ẹ ṣe sùúrù Yorùbá Nation máa wáyé ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ rẹ̀ pé Biafra máa dúró dé yìí Biafra náà ń tẹ̀síwájú ní kíní kan Biafra pẹ̀lú wa báyà náà ṣe pẹ̀lú Biafra kò má tà Biafra ń ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ ó ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ ni a ní ká jọ dáwọ́ bó kíní ká lọ kíákíá mò ń bẹ̀ yẹ ká lọ sórí short break mò ń bẹ̀ gbọ́n mi yẹn gbé padà. ẹ jẹ́ kí Albert lọ ẹ má kọ̀ ọ́ tó lọ ṣùgbọ́n kí n ṣe sọ́kọ̀ náà fi sọ̀rọ̀ kọ́. ẹgbọ́n sókè tó ń pè má bínú à ń sọ pé a máa fi push la máa fi push ẹ wọ́n ní Koiki pé máa gbowó Yorùbá Nation pé máa ṣe protest ẹ kó jágbàdàgbà ẹgbọ́n sókè.
Yorùbá Nation no go back ẹ kó ètò sá.
ètò ni ẹ.
ní pé nǹkan tó ìyá onítìrì wá ṣe fún wa so it's like fún gbogbo yín náà tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tẹ́mi ti wá rí pé wúmà yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ kò true mo ti padà ìgbà tí bàbá ti pè kó padà wá.
sàkà máa ń jẹ èrè jàre má dàgbà.
ilé nílé ẹ̀ kó padà ẹ bá mi bẹ̀ kó wá bàbá yẹn ti sọ̀rọ̀ náà kí wọ́n ti fẹ́ kí bàbá sọ. so ìgbà tó ti padà nígbà yẹn lèmi ti cut off lẹ́yìn program wọn kódà mo mẹ́sẹ̀jì ṣó ẹ̀ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá yá kò sẹ́ni bọ̀ tó máa listing sí tó bá ṣe program sí kẹ́ lọ wò ẹ̀ ní báyọ̀ lórí program ẹ̀ nítorí gbogbo wọn yẹn ti ń ká wọn. so distraction ló mú wá fún wa pé lọ́ba tí ní wọ́n ti gba ibì kan pé wọ́n ti claim ibì kan kọ́ lọ́ọ́ kú báyìí ẹni tó ń pẹ́ bàbá ti mú bẹ̀ tó ti lọ́kẹ̀dá tó ti ṣe báṣabàṣa so àwọn onílé jáde fúnra lè mọ̀ so nǹkan tó fi kíní ẹ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn.
ó fẹ́ kọ́ sọ èmi kan tí mò ń pariwo pa máa jà tó sẹ̀ great mo fi sọ̀rọ̀ kan sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà wọn ní terrorist route town fi gbà yín wá pè ní terrorist lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tọ́bàdàn ti kọ̀ wá ní terrorist that's a different ball game àtúnṣe tí máa start another ball àtúnṣe tí máa defend yẹn pàdé ṣe terrorist ṣé terrorist wà ní wà ní.
mo fẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀tì wa dáa.
ẹ wèrò tó ń jáde irú èrò tèmi sọ fún anídìí lélẹ̀ èrò lélẹ̀ kò ń ṣe èrò ṣúkúṣúkú tá a máa náà ṣe rally tí èèyàn 20 máa náà ti dé
a ti sọ fún pé òkè wọ́n máa lo ìlànà ìwé lọ kó máa wọ̀ wọ́n ọ́fíìsì pẹ̀lú bàbá kí gbowó máa ọ́dà fúnra ní onírárá gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe pọ̀.
ó tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ with command nínú àwọn fídíò ẹ̀kan tó ṣe recently tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú authority pé tó bá ṣe protest kan àbó ń ṣe èrè ni àbó ya wèrè sórí ni tó ní tó bá ṣe protest kan níbi kan mad people all over the place.
United ń wọ̀ṣì òun Amẹ́ríkà ń wọ̀ṣì wọn báyìí kọ́ lọ́wọ́ kó báyìí wọ́n kó wọn sí wọn gbà wọlé.
wọ́n parọ́ fún wọn lọ ẹ ṣe gan
Ọlọ́run kò ṣàánú àti
pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣe gan ìgbà díẹ̀ náà ló kù.
nǹkan tó fẹ́ ká ṣe sà.
mo gbọ́ yín.
ẹ̀dọ́ máa ń ta gbogbo àwọn forces wa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yé forces ta ni wọ́n pọ̀ tó wà nílùú tó bá ṣe wèrè.
àní 500,000 ni máa ti ṣe statistics yẹn lórí program so many gbogbo force Nàìjíríà pátápátá 500,000 ní gbogbo wọn 500,000. all we need is just this kind of crowd. tẹ́yìn bá ti come on lórí fóònù sí ẹ̀rí crowd yẹn tábà nínú crowd báyìí wọ́n lè ju bọ́ǹbù sínú ẹ̀ kò possible níbi tí ayédélé yìí.
láyé kò lè àpò.
kò jẹ́ pé àwa need the crowd káwa máa rí crowd àti àfihàn bọ́ọ̀sì. no a máa pull the crowd yẹn ni ǹjẹ́ ìdààmú ni Mr. Koiki mo wà lọ́nà mọ́tò ti dákú tètè sọ fún wa no ìyẹn fọlá ń sọ nísìn táwa máa fẹ́ jáde anytime a jáde with big effort nínú. mo gbọ́ yín.
ẹ lọ ṣe estimate gbogbo nǹkan bitument ta ní Nàìjíríà kẹ lọ bá country kan tó máa help wa kọjá ká gba country wa oyè tó bá bìlì wa máa sọ nǹkan ta nídìí nìyẹn a nídìí bọ́dì.
àwọn bàbá òdúró gbogbo country tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ náà lọ bá sọ̀rọ̀ so Ọlọ́run jẹ́ káwọn country gbọ́ sí wa lẹ́nu ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni lágbára Ọlọ́run mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí so mo tẹ̀fẹ́ kí ìyá ẹ̀ kó tún distract mi pẹ̀lú tí mo gbé dání láti ẹ̀kan so ẹ wo èrò kábíyèsí lẹ́dùnmá ẹ wo èrò bìdà because àwọn ilé support àwọn Houthis wọ́n support movement yẹn ta ló máa fún lówó níbí báyìí nísìn wọ́n jáde on their own ẹ wo èrò yẹn.
We're afraid about missiles.
ẹ wo èrò.
The Houthis are backed by Iran and former President Abdullah Saleh, who still controls elite units of the army.
ẹ wo èrò bàmù ẹ wo èrò àtàbádẹ sọ wọn ní kó dàgbàdàgbà lọ. So on that note ẹ̀yin tèmi tí strength bá wà lágbára Ọlọ́run máa padà wá lálẹ́ àwa ṣe another program as always. Mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí ẹ láǹfààní àti gbọ́ ètò bá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ tó bá like dìmú ètò bá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ tó bá like fi sílẹ̀. Koiki ẹ parọ́ fún wa ni àwọn ọdún tí mo sọ yìí Yorùbá yìí sì ni kò yìí sì ìlú ló fẹ́ bá fa wàhálà ìlú ni tèbíjà kan lọ́jà nísìn ní òjò tó bá dà nísìn tẹ̀tí fẹ́ para yín ó dà gbọ́n àwọn ọmọ onílé àbí nǹkan kan kàmáì tí wàá sọ èrò country wọ́n tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tẹ́ pé gbogbo Nàìjíríà ló ń bá sọ àwa gan tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ gan sẹ̀ gbogbo Nàìjíríà kan tó sì ń gbọ́ gbogbo tá à ń sọ ìyẹn kọ́ làwọn èèyàn ṣe sọ pé Koiki àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ gbogbo kí ní tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí táwọn èèyàn bá gbọ́ gbogbo tó ń sọ yìí Nàìjíríà máa dàrú kíákíá ni èèyàn mélòó ló lè ra 1,000 naira MTN èèyàn mélòó ló lè máa ra 1,000 ten tó ìtìjà ló máa ra 1,000 naira ẹ̀rọ kò easy ni táwa bá rí owó yẹn tó dé fáwa ní foreign exchange ni àti ní 1,000 naira ń ṣòwò kékeré ní Nàìjíríà kó tó gba 1,000 naira wàhálà gùn ó dàbẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ 1 hour nílùú náà ni tó bá máa ṣiṣẹ́ 1 hour láti gba 11 pound wàhálà gùn ògùn yàn kàn ní jáde nítorí náà tútù ló wà so ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀ ń tẹ́ wà nílé it's just a matter of time ẹ ṣe jàre Mr. Kenna Lawrence ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe sùúrù gbogbo I understand your feelings Koiki bó ṣe ìkúkù it is still a movement ó lè má perfect there is nothing gonna be perfect in the movement ṣé Nàìjíríà perfect tó bá perfect la máa sọ bá fi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kò perfect náà Nàìjíríà perfect so as we live here again in the hands of the Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ló ní ìrìn àjò but àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀dá dámọ̀ la máa púṣẹ̀ àwọn kan ṣàdúrà lójoojúmọ́ àwọn ìyàwó Janet Fashaki all the time wọ́n ṣe prayer àwọn alásàlátù wọ́n ṣe prayer àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ṣe prayer àwọn mùsùlùmí ṣe kìrìsìtẹ́nì ṣe ẹlẹ́sìn àbáláyé ń ṣe kólúkálukú máa ṣe tiẹ̀ ẹ máa jẹ́ ká máa educate àwọn èèyàn ẹ tó bá sọ pé irọ́ là ń pa ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bá tó parọ́ lọ. tó bá yá ojú everybody máa já àtẹni tó ń parọ́ àtẹni tó ń parọ́ yẹbi láyé láwà Ọlọ́run kó fún gbogbo alẹ́ mi gúngùn èmi kan gbàdúrà kí Tinubu kú kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́mi gúngùn ayé ìdí gbogbo àwà wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ayé yìí lẹ̀san, ayé yìí ni ẹ̀san, òun lẹ̀san. But for some of us, because at a desperate, mo understand that diaspora are desperate, but it's not going to come like that. A máa ṣe sùúrù ni. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe fẹ́ gangan ní máìdì tèmi o, mo sọ fún yín pé tó bá jẹ́ pé kò ṣe pé mo ti ní lọ pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho àti tó bá jẹ́ pé personally pé mo ń bá Yorùbá Nation bọ̀ mo ò ta anybody. Màá mọ tí máa ṣe fúnra mi, but kò possible bẹ́ẹ̀. It doesn't work like that. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé the last caller and then ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè láti Ireland. Àdúgbò fọlọ́.
Ojú àgbẹ̀ wa kò ní gbọ́dọ̀ lé o.
Bébì kan wá jẹ́ bàlẹ̀ tó máa ń gbé mi.
Máa sọ pọ̀ fún agbẹ́yìn tí ayé ìpínlẹ̀ wà yẹn, ó ló dá fún ẹ̀dì ẹ̀rú. Ó yẹ ká ti dá jáde ìbọn ìtẹ̀mbà olóṣèlú ìyá rẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ti ń lẹ́nu. Ó sì ń ṣerú wa pátápátá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀bọ obìnrin tó ń tẹ̀lé náà bí really understand. Ó dàbí pé ti dórí wọn máa gbóná ni. Àwọn alálẹ̀ ló máa mú wọn bọ̀, torí ló dá ìrìn àjò yìí rú. Gbogbo rẹ̀ táwọn olùdẹ̀ ń ṣe kiri yẹn, ẹ̀mí ìyàwó ọ̀pẹ o.
Tinubu concept ayé ń já. Tinubu àwa gan ló lò ló fi gba Yorùbá ló fi gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn pé à ń pariwo Yorùbá Nation.
Yorùbá Nation ló lò ní front wọn ò fẹ́ fún wọn ti rí gbàgbé yẹn náà ní mọ̀ọ́kọ́ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìyá yẹn ló gbàgbọ́ ti fún wa bó ti wà yẹn. Ó jẹ́ mọ̀ pé àdìbọ̀tún ẹ̀ ò lè dá láyé àtàrọ́mọdé ọmọ ẹ̀ péye wà yẹn máa sọ kó báyìí. Gbàdí ẹ̀ ló kú ọlọ́run àti ọ̀gá fún wa.
Àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ kú ìtọ́jú ẹ bá ń kí ọgbà Lagos Island. Mo kí ọgbà yín ti Lagos Island ẹ̀yin ti rìkà àbúrò yín náà ni mo kí pátápátá. Thank you so much. Koiki exactly I lost that now. Koiki Tinubu has only Igboho. Bẹ́ẹ̀ Tinubu ó mọ̀ pé tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tó fún yẹn ìtàgbédání yìí wọ́n mọ the importance of it. Ìyẹn náà lọ́wọ́ pé bàbá Akíntóyè kìnnìkan ṣàfihàn destroy everybody. Bọ́mọ sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ tó destroy àwọn méjèèjì yẹn èmi máa destroy bí ṣe ń destroy àwọn olórí burúkú politician yìí máa destroy àwọn tó bá fẹ́ destroy Yorùbá Nation náà. Mo ní time yìí ẹ̀hàn kémi ò ní iṣẹ́ kankan nǹkan pè ní media ni. Ẹ pé mo ti ń wish gbàsí fún náà lórí Star Radio bí wàá gbà sọ ẹ ká wọn lọlé tí bá ní strength máa padà wá lọlé tẹ́ẹ̀bá dẹ̀ rí mi á jẹ́ pé ó tún di ọ̀la lágbára Ẹlẹ́dùmarè. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ní àbúrò yín wọn ní fẹ́ lómi ṣe. Ẹ lọ gba Twitter ẹ jẹ́ ká máa post lójoojúmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa retweet at least díẹ̀ I think catch up but ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ ń wò mí tẹ́ pé ghost listener ní ẹ lè má wàá wò because ẹ máa ń like movement yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ tẹ́ lọ́rùn tí mò ń ṣe ìwọ náà jáde. I need a lot of media jáde kó pariwo èmi náà wá jókòó máa wọ ẹ màá dé ibẹ̀ share tó bá sọ nǹkan tó yẹ kó make sense. Koiki ṣé báyìí ìwọ náà jáde lọ síbẹ̀ wọn á ràn gbogbo iṣẹ́ ẹ̀yin náà lọ ṣe. Mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo èèyàn wa Ọ̀túnlá Tèmítọ́pẹ́ mo wá kí gbogbo yín ní gbogbo local government ìyà ẹ pọ̀ kò ń ṣe kékeré we understand but kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí painful. Ọ̀yọ́ 33 local government, Lagos 20, Ogun 20, Ondo 18, Ọ̀ṣun 30, Kwara 16, Èkìtì 16, Kogi 21. Mo kí Kogi dáadáa even though like I always say mo mọ̀ pé ìyá onítìrì ló ń follow so but I love her and I still appreciate her down there. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o I gotta go now so that èmi náà lọ ṣe kí ni màá lọ relax alẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ọdún ọ̀ṣẹ́rẹ́ holiday ni gbogbo wa wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ but wọ́n ti gbà ká mú fún bàbá wọn pé àtọ́lídé o àti kò ṣọ́lídé o. Àdẹ̀tí ṣe 1 week ní pẹ̀lú wọn ní last week so it's back to work as usual. Thank you so much. Let me see if there's any comment on the next hour before we start winding down. Alọ́ bàbá ní ọmọ àlè wọ́n ti gba owó lọ́wọ́ politician bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ẹni tẹ̀lé gba owó lọ́wọ́ politician náà ṣé ti ná tán? Ẹ ṣé. ṣe máa sọ Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kémi jọra mi lójú ní tí òun mú mi jọra mi lójú ní UK fún 24 years ọmọ gbẹ̀yàn fi jọra ẹ̀ lójú wà á máa lọ ṣe tó lágbára láti ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi wọ̀n mi gbogbo wọn lọ máa ń gun good car ní gbogbo wọn máa ń gùn èmi ìjà lọ nígbà tí mo ṣe ń gun mọ́tò nìyẹn mo ní full license ìgbé drive mi ó wà expensive mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ní ọkàn níwà nísìn Ayonis 4 billionaire ọlọ́run máa ṣe é ní billionaire lágbára Ọlọ́run Nigeria is not going to work, it's a waste of time. Let's leave it alone. Mo kí àwa ọmọlọ́ra, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin grandma, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ náwó rẹpẹtẹ láti wá fi gbọ́ the lecture la máa ń ṣe níbí báyìí. Ibi báyìí kì í ṣe àṣírí lecture ni. Then ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ máa fi send àwọn audio kan sí mi. Mo kí ìyàwó Alájírè Kókà, mo bẹ̀ yín. Tó bá ti jẹ́ audio, wọ́n ń bú Ìgbòho, wọ́n ṣe kò necessary. Ẹ keep ẹ̀ fúnra yín àbí kẹ́ send ẹ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn Ibibayi is a platform to educate the people. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Muslim Association of Nigeria, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin alásàlátù ní UK, àkú Ramadan. Wọ́n rà pé bàbá wa oníláwàní, mo rí wọn ní Mecca, Afa Akin, àdúrà wa gbà, àníri jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ ká play anthem kan máa lọ. Ó dàbọ̀, koikimedia nìyẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde mo kì í ṣọmọ Ìgbò Adéyínká grandson ló dáwó wàhálà yẹn lẹ̀ kọ́lọ́n bá tún lẹ̀ níbi tó wà ṣọ́pọ̀ náà máa reflect báyìí nísìnyí ní tí UK dá sílẹ̀ nìyẹn ló lọ lọ́nkàn yẹn ló láǹtẹ̀ nìyẹn wá gbàgbé ká máa lọ there we go ẹ̀jẹ̀ reduce the sound ẹ̀kọ́ máa ń blow wá síta ìyànkọ́ ní Koiki fẹ́ dí wa létí ni báwa máa reduce ẹ̀ díẹ̀ náà. Thank you so much. Have a very blessed afternoon. Yoruba, bye for now. Ìyàwó Molara, Fatima, salam alaikum. Mukiyo Yawa Ogini Fiki. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye for now. Adekunle plenty. Mo like irun yìí. Èmi náà fi lọ ṣe irun bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, but ògbórí má pálí ni. Gbọ́dọ̀ tún máa lọ ṣe afro. Gbadesher Aziz, one love brother. Bye for now. Orílẹ̀-èdè Kàgbéga, God bless you as well. Ìgbàgbọ́ bàtì bẹ̀rù. To 10, thank you. African Confidential. Apa dia boleh cerita? Ọmọ Òdìwà, ẹ̀sìn Ìgbò, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ìgbàdúláwọ̀. Gbogbo ilé ń sọ pé ṣé Gbòho ti wà Nàìjíríà ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àmàrà yìí ọkọ̀ fún pàwó ni Gbòho sí Nàìjíríà stop wasting your time lọ́fọ̀ náà.
Àfáàmì náà wá sí òkè lórí wọn nà ọmọ wọn lábẹ́ ọmọ ti dànù wọn. Kọ́lá tí Nàìjíríà máa gbọ́ bọ́ jọba yìí èmi wà náà tí wọ́n sọ. Ẹyẹ gémi eré ipá ẹgbẹ́ yìí ní gbogbo nǹkan kò sẹ́ni kéde kò sí pa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ sí kò lè rí òkú lọ fúnta. Ìṣúná kò sómi. Ó kó lọ ọdún mẹ́fà kò ní sí eruku pàrọ̀ àdúgbò tán.
Ẹ̀rọ sí fọ̀ pàṣẹ. Ìṣẹ́jú kọ̀ọ̀kan sọ́dọ̀rú. Gbogbo ẹlẹ́nu kó tọwọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ bá ṣọ́ ni. Torí ṣọ́dọ̀ ara wa ò tí ò jẹ́ olórí ta.
ẹ má fojú ko eruku ata abẹ́ ń bẹ eruku ata tí o ti fojú ko bàbá wà gbogbo Nàìjíríà ẹ bá fojú ko ata ẹ lójú.
ọmọ Oòduà ọ̀gá Fúlàní ọ̀gá Fúlàní ọ̀gá Fúlàní ló jẹ́ o. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sílùú mìíràn.
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.
Ojo gàté, kòjọ gàté, Yoruba Nation ṣe bí eré, ó kéde ara rẹ̀. Yoruba Nation rèé o, ó dúró nà tán. Yoruba Nation, ó dúró gédégbé làwa wà, ó dúró gbáǹkéké, ó dúró gbáǹkọ́gbè bí ọ̀pá ọ̀ranyàn káàkiri nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà. Ìlú tí a tẹ̀dó sí orókè Oòduà, onílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò lè farasin. Yoruba Nation ti dúró nà tán fáyé rí ní USA. Ló bá tán, ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà Oòduà lábẹ́ olùdarí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n àgbà Bánjí Akíntóyè ẹ̀ka ti USA lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso Barrister Adékúnjọ ń ló gbé akéde Yorùbá Nation yìí kalẹ̀ kàǹkà. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ là fi sọ̀yà o, àjèjì ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù lórí, kárìn kápọ̀ yíyẹni. Gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà àti lágbàáyé ńlá pè láti darapọ̀ mẹ́gbẹ́ wa yìí ní www.ilanausa.org tàbí kí ẹ pè wá sí 202-210-3251. Yorùbá Nation kéde ara rẹ̀ fáyé rí, ojú tẹlẹ́gàn. Yoruba Nation is calling, sons and daughters of Yoruba land and citizens of the world. Behold, the Yoruba Nation has come to stay. The billboard is magnificent. It is beautiful. It is second to none. It is historic. Sons and daughters of Oduduwa land, this is a clarion call for you to be part of history. Make haste and join Ilana Oma Oòduà USA at www.ilanausa.org. Today, as tomorrow may be too late, Yoruba Nation is second to none. Call us today at 202-210-3251. Yoruba Nation, Ògo Adúláwọ̀.
Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bye for now.